Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Henley High School basketball on MyBasin.com. Tonight, coming to you live from inside the Hornets' nest at Henley High School as the Hornets host the Mazama Vikings. Glad to be with you tonight. My name is Josh Eldridge. It is senior night tonight for the Henley Hornets. We just honored our seniors on the girls basketball team for Henley, including Kennedy Modine, Lily Fassell, Senya Campos, and Brooklyn Conrad. What a great ceremony it was. We also had an opportunity to honor Hannah Giacomelli from Mazama High School. A little bit of something going on for her a little bit later on tonight. We'll tell you about it as it comes along. But a good night for basketball. There's snow on the ground in the Klamath Basin, and we have got two Skyline Conference teams ready to get after it. Henley 9-0 in conference play, and they are winners their last time out against Phoenix back on Friday, 79-34. Mazama on the season 5-3 in conference play. They're actually winners of 5 of their last 6 ball games. Their one loss, though, against the Henley Hornets back on February 3rd. Though since then, 2 wins, one on that Friday, once last Friday as well against Phoenix, 47-42, against Klamath Union, 44-37. It puts Mazama in a pretty good spot as far as the league standings go. Right now, 5-3. They're in second place in the Skyline Conference. If they can maintain that standing, they'll be off to the OSAA 16-team playoff. Of course, the Henley Hornets, already the league champs, already have secured a spot in the OSAA 16-team tournament. But Mazama and Klamath Union still battling it out for that second place spot. Right now, Mazama looking to hold on to it. They're a game and a half ahead of the Pels right now for that second place spot. An unlikely win tonight would put them in even 2 games up. A loss tonight would put them 1 game ahead of Klamath Union, and their season finale is set for February 27th as the Vikings take on the Pels. So could be set up for a good finish in the Skyline Conference as the race for second place continues, and the Vikings look to separate themselves from the Pelicans with an unlikely win against the Hornets tonight. We're going to step aside here on our pregame show, and when we come back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups. Get ready for tip-off tonight from Henley High School on MyBasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance. Thanks for joining us. Elevate started in 2020 as a dream. I wanted to open up a clinic of my own, really had a heart and a passion to treat athletes of all ages, and got the opportunity to do it. And wow, this is what's happened. One of the best parts of this job is that we get to work with all the student athletes on field, at their contests, at their games, all around the county. Specifically when you're working with dancers, right, we've got like particular ways of movement that we don't want to necessarily correct, because dancers have a very specific way of moving that's important for their athletic performance. At Elevate, we're here to get you moving and keep you moving, no matter if you're 8 or you're 80. Feel free to give us a call at 541-887-2030.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local, community, engaged.
Forward, number 15, Addie Sluza. 5'11", senior center. Number 21, Tori Derrick.
Josh Eldridge back with you tonight from Henley High School as we get ready for tip-off tonight between the Hornets and the Vikings. Let's introduce you to the starting lineups first for the visiting Mazama Vikings. Starting a sophomore, number 2, 5'6", Sage White. Number 3, a senior standing 5'2", Armida Kirkpatrick. Number 15, a junior standing 5'4", Addie Slazak. Number 21, a senior standing 5'11", Tori Derritt. And number 32, a junior standing 5'8", Leah Hernandez. The Vikings are coached by Kyle Slazak, and he's assisted by Clint Radford, Travis Fast, and Ray Struve. Let's introduce you to the starting 5 for the home team, the Henley Hornets. Starting number 1, a senior standing 5'5", Kennedy Modine. Number 3, a junior standing 5'5", Preston Shade. Number 4, a senior standing 5'9", Lily Fussell. Number 10, a senior standing 5'7", Senya Campos. And number 24, a senior standing 5'8", Brooklyn Conrad. The Hornets are coached by Randy Denson. He's assisted by Heidi Friend and Kevin Petrick. Starting lineup a little different tonight for Henley, of course, with it being senior night. Brooklyn Conrad getting her first start of the season. Michaela Schroeder starting on the bench. Preston Shade, the only non-senior in the starting lineup tonight for Henley. Of course, 5'9" junior, Preston Shade. Just about ready for basketball tonight. Want to again thank our officials tonight from the Klamath Falls Basketball Officials Association. Always looking for new athletic officials in the state of Oregon. If you want to get involved in a sport you love, earn a little bit of money in the process, it's real easy. Visit osaa.org/officials to get started today. Opening tip controlled by the Vikings. Sage White goes up with a quick shot. She's not going to get it to drop, and the Vikings also get the rebound. Leah Hernandez with it along the left side. They give it up to Sage White. She's trying to drive left with it. They hand it now to Kirkpatrick, now to the hands of Slazak. Guarded tightly by Fussell. Conrad is going to come up with a steal. Conrad rifles the pass ahead to Lily Fussell. She's unable to score in close, and the rebound falls to Slazak. Vikings coming the other way. Bounce it down low to Hernandez. She goes to work in close. She's not going to hit the close lay-in, though. They're going to look to her for a lot of their points tonight. Kennedy Modine along the wing gives it up to Shade. Shade dribbles left, bounces it to Fussell. One step inside the arc. Lily fires from the mid-range, not going to go. Campos there for the putback, and that's how we get things started tonight. 2 points from Senya Campos gives Henley their first lead of the evening. Sage White dribbles in, loses the dribble, and Lily Fussell comes up with the steal. Pass goes ahead to Senya Campos. She uses the window for 2 more. 4 points for Senya tonight, and already Henley settling into a little bit of a rhythm of getting a quick steal and a score, and it looks like we've got timeout. Henley leads 4-0, 6:41 to go in the first. Back with more next on mybasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
4-0 the score, 6:41 to go in the first quarter. It'll be Mazama basketball coming out of our quick timeout. They've got Tati Balerdi out there for Mazama. She just checked in. And Lily Fassell comes in and welcomes her to the ball game with a steal. Bounce it ahead to Shade, back to Fassell for 2. And there you go. Again, Henley settling into their rhythm of a quick steal and a score. Here's Balerdi on the far side. Fassell pokes the pass free, but Sage White was able to grab the loose ball. White operating in the middle of the floor, bounces it down low to Slazak. She goes high off the glass and scores, and Addie Slazak gets the Vikings on the board. It's a 6-2 ball game. Henley hurrying the pace. Modine on the right side, gives it up to Campos straight away. Thought about a 3. Campos then throws it over to Shade on the left side. Shade brings it around up top. Mazama settling into their zone defense. Now into the hands of Modine near side. Back to Shade. Back to Modine. This time Modine triggers a 3. Rebound's going to fall to Mazama. Leia Hernandez picks it up. Now Sage White into the front court. Tries to pass it to Slazak. Poked free again by Fassell. Races ahead to Modine. Off the glass too strong. Fassell's putback not going to go. And this time it's Kirkpatrick who grabs the rebound. The pass rifled ahead to Hernandez. She tries a 3. It's not going to go. And this time it's Senya Campos who tracks down the miss. Campos brings it ahead here for Henley. Guarded loosely by Balerdi. She tries a deep one. Not going to get. The rebound is going to result in a tie-up underneath, and possession will stay with Henley. 6-2 our score, 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Last time these two teams played, it was Gretchen Sheen who led Henley in scoring with 14 points. Haven't seen her yet tonight, but had a really great game at Valhalla Court back on February 3rd. Fassell dribbles into the near corner for a 3, not going to go. Brooklyn Conrad there for the putback. And Brooklyn gets her first 2 points of the night. It's 8-2. Under 5 minutes to go in the first. Henley in front of Mazama. Balerdi is going to try to dish it over to Slazak. Rifles the pass to Kirkpatrick, but taken away by Shade. Another steal for Henley here in the first quarter. Pass comes to Campos here on the near block. Fakes a pass left, takes it right, loses her defender, and cashes in. Senya Campos with 6 points, and that might have been the prettiest yet. Balerdi inbound pass to Kirkpatrick. Henley pressing on defense, unrelenting. Balerdi into the front court. Trying to drive the right side, gets past Campos, kicks it out on the wing to Sage White for 3. Her shot too strong. The rebound is tracked down by Slazak. Her reverse layup not going to go. This time Henley gets the board. Preston Shade pushing it ahead. Shade now into the hands of Fassell. Has it on the left wing, trying to drive to the left block. Steps back from the mid-range, leaves it short. And Henley gets the rebound. I believe that was Modine who's going to go back up and get fouled. Kennedy Modine to the line for 2. Modine only 4 points last time these two teams played, but again, a resounding win for Henley in that game. 70-27 was the final score back on February 3rd. Michaela Schroeder, Gretchen Sheen checking into the game. Brooklyn Conrad, Senya Campos, Lily Fassell to the bench. I suppose J.C. Ladner also checked in under my nose. Didn't quite see that. But we're ready to go. Modine sinks them both. And a 12-2 ball game halfway through the first quarter. Balerdi into the front court. Dribbles along the right block. Now to the hands of Slazak. Has a little bit of room on the elbow. Now gives it up to Balerdi along the arc. Pass intended for Hernandez. Poked free and into the hands of Michaela Schroeder. Schroeder, pass comes ahead to Shade. Throws it in the corner to Modine. Back to Shade. Shade unguarded from downtown. That's going to rattle home Preston Shade. Her first made triple of the night. The score is 15-2. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. And again, Henley pressing here on defense. Sage White able to beat the press, dribbling in the middle of the floor, races inside against Shade. Her shot no good. The rebound poked out of bounds by Henley. And so Mazama will maintain possession. Shoshani Pappas checking into the game for Henley. She'll replace Kennedy Modine. And to inbound will be Sage White for Mazama. Gets it into Belardi. She's going to trigger a three in the near corner. It rattles in and out. The rebound last touched by Mazama as it goes out of bounds. Henley going to take it. 3:12 to go in the first. They've got a 13-point advantage. Third meeting between these two teams this season. Henley, of course, winners of the first two, 9-0 in conference play. Now the 2026 Skyline Conference champions for the fourth consecutive season. Henley is atop the Skyline Conference. Shea dumps it underneath to Sheen, who gets fouled hard. Leah Hernandez going to hit her with the foul there. A tougher foul than usual. I don't think there was any ill intent behind that, though, from Hernandez. She's just a hard ball player. All right. Shade quickly into Schroeder. Schroeder's going to get fouled right away. And this was something that Michaela Schroeder did well last time these two teams played. Memory serves correctly. Schroeder, well, she always does a great job of getting to the free throw line. But specifically, the last time these two squads met, Schroeder finished 3 of 5 at the free throw line. She actually only finished with 10 points. And again, it was Preston Shade, it was Gretchen Sheen who did a lot of the damage in that game. But now on the board with her first make from the line, Schroeder's got another. And it is good. Henley 4 of 4 at the line to start this one. A score of 17-2. 2:50 to go in the first quarter. Belardi racing ahead for Mazama, and a whistle in transition. I think they're going to get Shade for reaching in. No? Okay, it's going to be Ladner's foul off the ball. That's her first and the team's second. And we're ready to go. White trying to find somebody to inbound to. Looks to Leah Hernandez here in the near corner. Hernandez dribbling in against Pappas. Gets into the center of the floor. High off the glass, not going to go. Schroeder pulls in the miss. Gives the pass ahead to Shade. Now to Pappas. Pappas fakes a jump shot. Drives in. High off the window and in. A great move from the freshman. Gets her two. Faked a three, then went for a drive. Now it's 19-2. 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Sage White bringing it into the front court for Mazama. Dribbles with her left hand. Stops the dribble, then pulls up from distance, but leaves the shot short. The ball falls to Ladner. She lofts it ahead to Shade. Skates to the cup. Shade won't score. Schroeder with a great rebound and the putback. 21-2. 2 minutes to go in the first, and for Michaela Schroeder, 4 points for her after that offensive rebound. And 2 points. J.C. Ladner picks Belardi's pocket, gives it ahead to Sheen. Her shot, no. Schroeder put back, no. How about Pappas for a third look? Not going to happen. Rebound is going to fall to Pappas again. They give it out to Ladner for three, no. Schroeder, the fifth shot this possession, is not going to come to fruition. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Mazama. But this will be the fifth chance at the bucket for Henley on this offensive possession. They have been working hard on the glass. Preston Shade going to check out. Lily Fassell comes back in. Nearly a full shot clock here for Henley. They get it into Ladner. Ladner bounces it to Sheen. She fires from 19 feet. It's not going to go. Schroeder tracks down the long rebound, operating along the arc. Schroeder then throws it to Pappas in the corner. She tries one from distance, too strong, and this time Mazama gets a rebound. It was Leah Hernandez, gives it ahead to Sage White. White bothered at half court by Gretchen Sheen. Tries to dribble to her left, picks it up, and then throws the pass to Hernandez, but it's picked away by Schroeder. Pass ahead to Ladner, off the glass and in for two. J.C. Ladner, her first 2 points of the night. It's now a 21-point ball game here in the first quarter. Henley nearly coming away on the other side with a steal, but Gretchen Sheen loses it out of bounds. It'll stay Mazama basketball. Under a minute to go in the first as Senya Campos checks back in. She'll replace Shoshani Pappas. Also Kennedy Modine into the game. She'll replace J.C. Ladner. Belardi's inbound pass is going to have to wait. We're going to see a foul. And it's going to be a foul called against Gretchen Sheen. I think Mazama fans across the way looking for something more against Gretchen. Again, I think just another example of these girls are playing hard. Sometimes they're going to end up on the deck. Inbound pass goes out of bounds. And I think it should be Henley basketball in front of the Mazama bench, unless it was tipped out. What do we got? All right, white ball in front of the Mazama bench. We got it figured out. We're ready to go. Sheen to inbound. Gets it to Fasel. Throws it to Campos. Campos then to Modine for a deep three. It's not going to go. Schroeder battles her way in for a rebound and scores. 6 points for Schroeder. And this one is going the other way. Henley poked it out of bounds on the inbound. Mazama gets to keep it. 40.5 seconds to go in the first quarter. And it's a 25-2 ball game. Inbound pass goes to Mazama. Balerdi now with it after the pass from Kirkpatrick. Balerdi driving in. She's going to get fouled on the shot. A strong take there for Tati Zaldua Balerdi. She'll be shooting 2 free throws here. Mazama's only other 2 points on a made field goal from Addison Slazak earlier in this first quarter. This is their first chance at the line, and they missed their first. Another one coming up for Balerdi. Balerdi's second free throw is good. Splits her trip there. Makes it 25-3. Shot clock is off. Lily Fasel dribbles into the corner. Tries a three. Misses it and gets her own rebound. Goes back up with it for 2. 20 seconds remain in the first quarter. Mazama with it. Here's Balerdi into the front court. Balerdi driving the right side. Trying to find some room against Sheen. Dribbles in, kicks it outside to Sage White. All alone for 3. Can't knock it down, and Campos gets the rebound. Senya rolling ahead here for Henley with 2 seconds with 3. Fasel to take with 1. She scores at the buzzer. 29-3. Henley in control after 1. We'll be back with more next on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
29-3 our score after 1. Henley in control here in the first quarter, as Hannah Giacomelli checks into the game for the Mazama Vikings. She is a senior. She is commemorating her senior day here tonight as Sage White takes the inbound pass. They get it into Giacomelli. Her shot off the window is in, and that's 2 points for her. She's going to get a little standing O here at Henley High School. The senior got injured very early on in the season for Mazama. She's been an integral culture piece to this team, and Henley and Mazama getting together to do something for her on her senior night as she gets into the book for 2 tonight. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll stick with you through this brief pause in the action as Hannah Giacomelli scores 2. The score is 29-5 in favor of the Henley Hornets, leading them in scoring after 1 threefold. It's Lily Fasel, Senya Campos, and Michaela Schroeder, each with 6 points. The 5 on the floor for Henley coming out of that break: Preston Shade, Lily Fasel, Senya Campos, Kennedy Modine, and Michaela Schroeder. For Mazama, it's Sage White, Tati Balerdi, Amrita Kirkpatrick, Addie Slazak, and Leah Hernandez. Henley gonna start with the ball. Preston Shade bringing it up here for Henley. They get it to Modine, now to Shade. Shade dribbles along the left side, now to Fasel. Here's Modine kicking the pass to Campos in the corner. Campos finds Fasel cutting right down the middle. She's not going to be able to hit the shot, but Mazama can't control the rebound. Off their foot and out of bounds it goes. Henley keeps possession of the basketball. Pretty good crowd here tonight at Henley. Of course, the Mazama fans not having to travel too far, of course. Only about a 15-minute drive from Mazama to Henley, maybe even less so, as Modine triggers a three in the near corner, cashes in for three. 5 points for her tonight. 29-5. Got quite a lot of Henley fans along our near sideline. Can't quite show them to you on our video feed, but our bleachers in front of us, boy, there's nary a place to sit. Sage White driving the right side, gives it out to Belardi, now to the hands of Slazak. Slazak in the middle of the floor, bounces it her to Hernandez. A nice feed inside. Hernandez is certainly going to get fouled. She was looking for it. Not a conventional foul. Hernandez backed into a player, but certainly a foul nonetheless, and she'll be shooting two. Had an opportunity to chat with Leah Hernandez earlier this season. She stopped by our studio downtown for a recent episode of Ballin' in the Basin. It's our weekly local sports talk show, at least weekly as best we can make it happen. Be back Thursday night tonight at 6, but I think it was our last episode. Had some of the Mazama girls down to the studio. It was Leah, it was Coach Slazak, and it was Hannah who just scored that 2-point bucket a moment ago. Great insight into this program at Mazama. And I know a lot of Hornets fans have only seen them play Henley this year. And Henley is darn good, so they haven't seen Mazama play a team of equal skill level, really. Senya Campos drives in. She tries to travel. Mazama's been a really quality team this year, and that's the point that I'm trying to make, is they might not be beating the top teams in the state, but they are winning games. Like I said, winners of 5 of their last 6 ball games, and their only loss in that time span is to Henley. And so they're clicking right now. They're playing their best basketball of the season here in February, and if they can make it to March, they'll be trying to do it then too. Again, they are in second place in the Skyline Conference right now. If they maintain that spot, they'll be going to the postseason, and that's what they're playing for tonight. 32-6 our score. Shot from the near side, not going to go. Schroeder rifling it ahead to Modine. Driving the left side, Modine kicks it out to Sheen. Gretchen for 3, it hangs on the rim, bounces a few times, it won't go. And the rebound goes to Sage White. White rifles the pass ahead to Hernandez. We're going to have a foul off the ball on the near side. I think they're calling Preston Shade with this one. And they are. It was Kirkpatrick's foul, not Shade's. The officials are discussing it. Let's see, I want to make sure. Which team was the foul on? Okay. So it is on Shade. Okay, I thought the foul was on Shade because she was the one around the play, and then they called the foul on Mazama, but then we got it all figured out. It's Shade's foul. It's her first. It's the team's third. 6:16 to go in the second quarter. Henley up 32-5. Belardi, top of the key, trying to operate against Fasel. Tries to get the pass into Hernandez. Takes it back away from Schroeder. Hernandez gets a tough bucket to drop. Leah Hernandez now with 3 points tonight. Henley pushing the pass ahead. Shade with it. Throws the pass to Fasel in the corner. Then back to Shade. She thought about a deep one and then thought twice. Gives it back to Modine. Now Shade has it again. Shade again bends her knees like she wants to trigger the deep shot. Here's Modine with it. Modine over to Sheen. Sheen in the corner to Shade. Had her feet set for another deep one, but again passes it up. With 7 seconds left on the shot clock, heaves the ball across the floor to Modine. Modine with 3 seconds finds Fasel in close, who again beats the buzzer. This time not the first quarter buzzer, but certainly the shot clock expiring. Fasel with 8 points to lead the Hornets here with 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Henley up 34-8. Sage White dribbling along the near side. White looking for anybody, throws the pass down to Hernandez. Slick move inside, but Hernandez too strong on the lay-in, and Fasel gets the rebound. Pass comes to Modine, back to Fasel. She gets in close, dish to Sheen for 2. Making the extra pass gives Gretchen Sheen 2 points, 36-8. Henley in front, 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Sage White along the right side of the floor. White bouncing it to Hernandez on the block, trying to direct some traffic. The pass to White is going to be poked free. Addie Slazak comes up with it. Mazama contains possession. Leah Hernandez tries to drive inside against Modine, but Modine rips it away from her. Pass goes to Sheen. Foot race to the cup. Sheen wins it. 4 points for her, 38-8. Henley in front, 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Sage White, right-handed dribble against Kennedy Modine. Goes between her legs and an off-ball foul. I think we're going to see offsetting fouls. Slazak and Shade. Thought it was offsetting fouls. Yep. Fourth team foul for Henley. First for Mazama. And the Vikings will inbound in front of the Henley bench. Inbound goes to Belardi. Belardi trying to loft it down low to Slazak. High off the glass, no, and Schroeder gets the rebound. Throws it ahead to Sheen. Pass ahead to Conrad. Not going to go. Ball goes out of bounds, and Henley will keep possession. It was poked free by Mazama. Of course, Brooklyn Conrad celebrating her senior night tonight. She's already got 2 points. She's checked into the game. She stands on that far sideline next to Coach Kyle Slazak. Couple of subs in for his Vikings. It's going to be Sandra Martin along with Tori Darrett. All right, Sheen to inbound. Gets it in the corner to Ladner. Ladner from the left block. Gets it to jump off the rim and drop. Ladner with 4 points. Henley up 40-8. Sage White ahead with it now. White driving left, dribbles into the near corner, throws it to Martin. Martin unable to corral the pass. Ladner comes away with a steal, loses it. Schroeder there for picking up the loose ball and putting it in for 2. She's got 8 points tonight, 42-8. Here's White. Trying to direct traffic here for Mazama, bouncing it into Hernandez. She likes to operate from the right side, and that's why. Leah Hernandez up and in for 2. She's got 5 points tonight, 42-10. Henley still in front, 3:15 to go in the first half. Sheen tries a left wing 3, yes! Timeout called, we'll take it, 45-10. Henley leads, 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Back with more Skyline Conference hoops after this on mybasin.com.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
45-10 the score, 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Sub in for Mazama. Welcome to the game, Harley Hudgens. And Mazama will start with the basketball. We are off and moving. Sage White with it now for Mazama. Takes a screen going left. Pappas guarding her. White dribbles into the corner. Guarded there by Conrad. Trying to get rid of it. Finds Martin on the elbow, but it's taken away again by Ladner. Ladner racing ahead. She scores. Second possession where she's gotten the better of Sandra Martin for that steal and then the score. Ladner now is 6 points on the evening. White trying to dribble the near side. Picks up the dribble. Looking for someone to get the ball to. Tries to find Martin again. Ladner pokes it free again. This time she's fouled. And almost made it the trifecta there for Ladner. But Martin protected the ball just a little bit better that time, and it will earn her some free throws. Sandra Martin to the line. Want to remind you, tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you in part by Geno's on East Main Street, serving up their famous breakfast burritos every single morning at 6:30. Those are served all day long, along with their other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at ilovegenos.com or have it brought to you with DoorDash. Second free throw from Martin, no good. Score remains 47-10. Schroeder pulls in the rebound. Giving it over to Sheen. Sheen driving the left side, loses it on her way up. She's going to keep the basketball. And Henley will inbound with Shoshani Pappas. Pappas looking. Gets it in the corner to Ladner for three. No. Pappas with the rebound. Dribbles the baseline, brings it out. Now to Sheen. She tries a deep one again. The bank's closed. Schroeder gets the rebound down to Ladner. She's going to get fouled. No whistle. Ladner goes up again. This time she gets the call. Ladner might have been fouled 3 or 4 times on that possession, but finally gets to the line. She'll be shooting a pair. 2:05 to go in the first half. Henley up 47-10. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com, also brought to you in part by Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance. They use a modern and research-backed approach to physical therapy to ensure you see both a reduction in pain and enhanced mobility, getting you back to peak levels of optimal health and wellness. Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness and Performance has been treating athletes of all ages since 2020. Second free throw good there from Ladner. Splits her trip, 48-10, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Henley in front of Mazama. White, driving right. Takes a Hernandez screen. Schroeder switches onto her. Still trying to get by her. White bounces it down low to Hernandez. Tries to skip the pass to Darrett. It winds up into the hands of Martin. Martin dishes the pass outside for Hudgens. A 2 for Harley Hudgens. 48-12. Pass down low to Sheen. Sheen kicks it back outside to Ladner. Ladner driving the middle of the floor with the left hand. It won't go. Pappas able to get the board. Bounces it down low to Sheen again. This time Gretsch will get fouled. And they will give Sheen a pair of free throws. What a season it's been for Gretchen Sheen, by the way. I mean, a player who came in and expected to have an improved role, obviously, after last season where she played mostly late minutes as a freshman in a lot of games where Henley was up big. Kind of the same role you see players like Sam Cunningham or Molly Brown in now, for example. But Sheen, boy, did she carve out a role for herself this season as she drains both free throws. She's now got 9 points tonight, and I think you could genuinely make a case for her being the best defensive player in the Skyline Conference. If not this season, then she'll grow into one. And I think the only players ahead of her might be on her own team. I mean, it's really great to watch her play and develop this season as a sophomore. Pass goes to Slazak on the right block. Dribbles in. Conrad bothers the shot and gets the rebound. Brooklyn Conrad rifling the pass ahead to Ladner. Ladner stops from the left block, throws it out to Sheen. Sheen is going to go over and back, not able to get a handle on that one. With a minute 9 seconds left and a 38-point lead, Henley looks to defend Mazama here on this possession. Kirkpatrick gets it to Belardi, guarded beyond the arc by Ladner. Trying to drive the right side. Pass intended for Darrett, poked out, and the possession will stay with Mazama. All right. Belardi gets it to Slazak. Slazak around the outside of the arc. Bouncing the pass to Belardi, head of the key, 55 seconds to go in the period. Tries to get the pass down low. Pappas takes it away. Pappas, bounce pass ahead to Sheen. It's lost for a minute. Schroeder gets tied up down low. It's a tie-up. Possession's going to favor Henley. Hornets with Pappas will inbound on the baseline. They've got Ladner stationed in the near corner. Conrad in the far corner. And here we go. Pappas looking for Schroeder in close, and she uses the strength to score. Here's Belardi pushing it ahead for Mazama. On the right side, 4 seconds, separate shot from game clock. Trying to drive into the middle, Belardi at the free throw line, stops, gives it outside to Slazak. Slazak from about 17 feet out, backs out even further, now beyond the arc. Pappas trying to reach in against her, makes her pick up the dribble. Now she gives it up to Belardi. Balerdi down to Ladner, poked free again. JC has been active on the defensive end tonight. The pass ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder's too strong on the rebound. Ladner gets the miss. 7.5 seconds to go in the first half. Ladner from the left elbow, not going to get it. Pappas, the rebound, the touch, in close for 2. That will end the first half. 54-12. Henley squarely in front in this Skyline Conference matchup. Stick with us. We'll be back for the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. We'll run down our leading scores, and we'll tell you what's still to come tonight on mybasin.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
Josh Eldridge back with you tonight for Skyline Conference basketball on mybasin.com. The Henley Hornets leading the Mazama Vikings at halftime of the girls varsity contest, 54-12. Let's go ahead and run down our leading scorers for you tonight. First for the team in front, the Henley Hornets, who are led right now by Michaela Schroeder. She's got 10 points, 9 for Gretchen Sheen, 8 for Lily Fussell, 7 for JC Ladner, 6 for Senya Campos, 5 for Kennedy Modine, 4 for Shoshani Pappas, 3 for Preston Shade, and 2 for Brooklyn Conrad. Your scorers tonight for the Henley Hornets thus far. For the Mazama Vikings, they're led by Leah Hernandez. She's got 5. 2 each for Hannah Yacamelli, Addison Slazak, and Harley Hudgens, and 1 for Tati Zaldua Balerdi. Your scorers for the Mazama Vikings. 54-12, our score at halftime. What's to say about this Henley team that we haven't already said 9 other times this season in Skyline Conference play? They just play flat, good basketball. They're aggressive on the defensive end. Teams have a hard time keeping up with the Hornets' pace, and that has been the ticket tonight to build out a big lead against the Mazama Vikings. I want to take a broader look at the state as we continue our halftime show next. Tell you what else is happening as we get closer to the beginning of the postseason and the state championships less than 1 month away. Details on all that and more coming up in just a bit on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
.54-12 our score at halftime. The Henley Hornets leading the Mazama Vikings tonight as the Skyline Conference champion Henley Hornets have already secured their spot in the 16-team OSAA playoff. As we check the state standings right now, they are ranked 5th in the state. Seaside still the number 1 team in Oregon, 16-4 overall. Staten behind them, 16-3. Haven't seen Seaside play in person this season, but I have seen Staten play, and they look like a pretty darn good basketball team. Baker is 3rd right now, 19-4. Marist is 4th in the state, 14-5. Then, of course, the Hornets are 5th. Cascade is 6th. North Bend is 7th. St. Helens is 8th. Philomath is 9th, and LeGrand is 10th. If the postseason were to begin today, Henley as the 5 seed would take on Tillamook. The Cheesemakers would come to Klamath Falls here to the Hornets' Nest and challenge Henley for a spot in the 8-team state tournament. If you get there, and assuming that all the high seeds win, you're looking at Marist as your matchup at the tournament. And it doesn't seem like there's a lot of upward trajectory for either team, and I don't think there's a lot of downward trajectory for either team. They're close to each other. Marist and Henley they're within about 10 RPI points. They're within about 20 Collie rating points. So you could see maybe if Marist gives up a game, Henley sneaks over them. That's about the only scenario in which I see Henley climbing over them. I think even if Henley wins out, they'll probably stick around in that 5 spot. And so not a bad spot heading into the state tournament where, again, you're potentially looking at taking on the 12 seed at home and then advancing to a game which you have lots of time to prepare for. If you beat the Cheesemakers, again, in a situation where the playoffs start today, or Scappoose is right there in the mix. Could be Malala, too. Just kind of depends how these leagues shake out. But get a home playoff game, feel confident, and then you go to the state tournament where you're playing a team where you kind of already knew you were going to be playing since about early February. So Henley's looking good. They're feeling confident. Like I said, I think they're playing their best ball of the season. For Mazama, they still have to earn their spot in the league, in the state tournament. Right now, if the season were to end today, they would make it, and they would be one of the lower teams that is selected. I think they would be the 14 or 15 seed if the playoffs were to begin today and they made it in. I'm not quite sure how they seed those at-large teams coming in, as Mazama had earned their spot. I think they would be ahead of the at-large teams, which would put them at the 14 ranking in the state. But first, they've got to get that second spot in the Skyline Conference. And they've got 3 games after tonight to worry about right now, just trying to wrap up against Henley, who's trying to get out of this game healthy. 54-12, back with third quarter action next on mybasin.com.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Thank you for joining us tonight on MyBasin.com. Our coverage of Henley basketball tonight continues from inside the Hornets' nest. My name is Josh Eldridge. Henley leads Mazama 54-12 as we start our third quarter of play. The Vikings start with the basketball. 5 on the floor for them coming out of the break. Sage White, Leia Hernandez, Addison Slazak, Armida Kirkpatrick, and Tati Balerdi. For Mazama, it is Shade, Schroeder, Modine, Campos, and Fasel. Sage White tries one from 19 feet and cashes in. The former Hornet turned Viking gets her first 2 points of the night. Kirkpatrick is going to get bumped down low by Senya Campos. A non-shooting foul will keep possession with the Vikings. Inbound goes to Sage White. And she will bring it across the timeline here for the Vikings. White takes a screen going left. Now tries to drive right, gets it in close to Hernandez. Tough move to the cup. She's not going to be able to score. And Modine grabs the rebound. Modine ahead is going to have her pass tipped away. It goes out of bounds, last touched by Mazama, so the Hornets will keep it. Shoshani Pappas checks out. Senya Campos checks out, Pappas in. Campos, by the way, that was her 4th foul against Kirkpatrick, so they're probably going to keep her seated for this third quarter, I would imagine. Want to let her get out there for the 4th quarter on her senior night. Shade bouncing a pass down low to Schroeder. Around 2 Vikings. Leia Hernandez strips her. Now ahead to Sage White. Takes a Hernandez screen going left. Is freed up for a deep 3. It misses wide left. And a foul going to be called against Slazak. Got tied up there with Pappas and brought her to the ground. So Henley's going to get the basketball. 6:46 to go in the third quarter. And a 40-point ball game. Shade getting it in the middle to Fasel. 3 Vikings collapse around her. Then she gives it back outside to Shade. Rifles the pass over to Pappas. Pappas trying to operate along the right block. Picks up the dribble. Now to the hands of Shade. Now Modine, top of the key. Driving the left side. Gallops to the cup and scores. Modine with 7 points on a pretty finish inside. 56-14, 6:18 to go in the third quarter. Sage White with it. She's been running point for Mazama tonight. Takes it along the left side. Bounces it in low to Hernandez. Her shot off the mark. And the rebound falls to Kennedy Modine. Modine switches to a left-hand dribble. Blows right by the defender. Finds Fasel in close. Unable to score. And the rebound falls to Slazak. Here comes Mazama again, led by White. In transition, she loses it in transition, and Pappas picks up the loose ball. She drives by White on the other side, but her layup is off the mark. Kirkpatrick and Fasel get tied up for the rebound. No whistle. They're going to say that Kirkpatrick got that clean swipe there from Fasel. So now here's White back into the front court. Guarded by Modine. Throws into the right corner. There's Kirkpatrick. Ball high above her head. Shade has to get rid of it. Tries to get it to Balderi, rather. But the pass goes out of bounds, and it'll be Henley basketball. Just an errant pass there, and the Hornets will get possession. Slazak takes a seat on the bench. She'll be replaced by Tori Darrett. Fasel with it now on the right wing. She just dribbles right into a 3. It's left short, and Darrett gets the rebound. Kirkpatrick. Now White. Here's Sage White. Modine, Gardner. White picked up the dribble well beyond the arc. Tries to get the pass to Balerdi again, but it's taken away by the Hornets. Lily Fasel all the way in, leaves the layup short, and Balerdi gets the rebound. Bringing it through the middle of the floor here from Mazama. Dribbles the right side. Tries a 3. It's not going to go, and Shade gets the miss. Preston Shade. Top of the key. Throws the pass to Modine on the right side. Modine drives inside, uses the glass to score. 9 points for her tonight. 58-14, 4.5 to go in the third quarter. White picked up by Modine. Now Schroeder switches on to her and gloves that one. Takes it away. Schroeder on the other side. Not able to score once. Gets her own miss. Goes back up and gets fouled. Boy, Schroeder absolutely palmed that ball away from Sage White. I mean, that was tough basketball there for Michaela Schroeder. She'll be shooting a pair of free throws here, her first of the third quarter. She's already got 10 points tonight, and the free throw is good. Second free throw on the way for Michaela, trying to make it 60 points for Henley tonight. Unable to do it there, but Pappas grabs the rebound. Pappas going back up with it. Kirkpatrick is going to foul her. And they're going to actually say a tie-up. It wasn't a foul from Kirkpatrick. And so the possession arrow will favor Henley. Shade to inbound for the Hornets. Shade looks in the corner to Fussell. Triggers a three. You bet. 11 points for Lily Fussell, 62-14, Henley in front. Halfway through the third quarter of play. Sage White tries to get the pass into Hernandez, tipped away by Schroeder. She comes up with the loose ball. Schroeder, the pass in low to Modine, is tipped out to Shade. Shade in the middle of the floor, off the window. The degree of difficulty on that shot from Preston Shade. My, oh my, 5 points for her. Another made triple in the first half. Those are her first points the third quarter. 64-14, Henley in front. Sage White rolls the pass to Kirkpatrick here on the near side. Gets it to Hernandez on the right block. Spins in. Not able to hit the shot. Schroeder with the board. Gives it up to Fussell. Fussell bouncing it to Modine. Poked out of bounds by Sage White. It'll be Henley basketball. 3:19 to go in the third. And 4 new Hornets into the ballgame. J.C. Ladner, Brooklyn Conrad, Gretchen Sheen, and Senya Campos. Only player to remain on the floor for Henley is Michaela Schroeder. No subs in for, scratch that. One sub in for Mazama. It's Jackson. Quick shot up for Gretchen Sheen, and it's good. Sheen now with 11 points. 66-14. Sage White working against Schroeder, trying to get by her, dribbles into the middle, gets tied up by Sheen, and this time the tie-up's going to favor Mazama. White liked that mismatch she thought she had against Schroeder, tried to dribble in against her, and this is what I mean when I said earlier that Gretchen Sheen might be one of the best defensive players in the conference because her help defense was so good in that specific scenario, caused a tie-up for which Henley gets the ball back after Alea Hernandez missed triple. Ladner throws it to Campos here on the near wing. Campos thought about a triple, rifles the pass to Conrad, tipped by White into the hands of Jackson. Jackson tries a deep one, not going to get it to go, and Ladner gets the rebound. Ladner along the right corner to Sheen in the corner for three. Yes! 14 points for Gretchen Sheen tonight, matching her total last time these two teams played back on February 4th. 69-14, 2:16 to go in the third. Pass goes to Jackson. Jackson tipped by Ladner, but Jackson gets it back. Gives it up to White. White from the logo. My goodness, she's going to miss that one wide left. Rebound saved by Kirkpatrick, but she gives it right up to Henley. Ladner is going to be fouled. Kirkpatrick with a light shove, pushing Ladner out of bounds. Third team foul for Mazama. First for Kirkpatrick tonight. And here's Campos into the front court. Sheen on the wing. Ladner straight away. Here's Campos on the right side. A deep one from Senya, no good. The rebound poked free by White into the hands of Kirkpatrick. White is going to be the one to bring it up, though, for Mazama. White, again, unguarded from downtown. Thought about another deep one. Instead finds Jackson on the left. Jackson trying to throw it to Hernandez and does. Hernandez driving baseline. The right-handed floater is in for Leah Hernandez. She's got 7 points tonight. Henley racing the other way. Schroeder, a quick 2 on the other side. 71-16. Henley in front, a minute 10 to go in the third quarter. White with it. And a foul called against Gretchen Sheen.
Now charge number 22, Gretchen Sheen, her second.
And we've got, all right, nothing else other than that foul to Sheen. Thought the official was stopping the game. That's Gretchen's first foul. The inbound pass intended for Slazak is over her head. And this time, Henley will get the basketball after that errant inbounds pass. Campos with it now. Ahead here for Henley. Campos along the right wing, throws it to Schroeder. Schroeder in the paint, has it stolen by Kirkpatrick. She gives it ahead to White. White, top of the key, 3, off the glass, no, and the rebound is going to be tipped out of bounds by Mazama. Henley will get possession back. All right. Here is Senya Campos. Bounces the pass to Sheen. Back out to Campos. Campos drives the right block. Gets it in close to Schroeder. The extra pass won't pay off that time, but the rebound falls to Ladner. Ladner bounces it back outside to Campos. She's at the logo. Then gives it up to Ladner. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Ladner to Sheen. Straightaway 3. Bang! 2 triples for Sheen this quarter. And she's now got 17 points. 10 seconds to go in the third. Mazama wants the last shot. White with it on the right wing. Steps back for a long 2. Off the window, no. Campos with the rebound with 2. With 1. Campos will not get the shot off in time. And that will end the third quarter. 74-16. Henley in front. Running clock when we come back on mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Fourth quarter action getting ready to get started here at Henley High School. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. 74-16 our score. We'll have a running clock here for the fourth quarter of action tonight. Lily Fussell with it. Campos now on the left side. Campos gives it back to Lily in the near corner. A 3 is off the mark. Rebound falls to Slazak. Gives it ahead to White. White taking a screen going left. Has some room on the block, picks up the dribble, finds Hernandez in the middle of the floor. Strong take from Leah Hernandez, earns her 2 points. 9 for the ball game, 74-18, 7.5 and counting to go in the fourth quarter. Shade rifles the pass ahead to Modine, tipped out by Slazak. A nice play from her to break up the pass, although Henley will keep the basketball. Campos is going to check out, and she'll receive a hug from everybody down there on the bench. Coach Denson, the first in line. Last regular season game for Senya Campos in the Hornets' nest. They'll get a playoff game for Senya. Modine to 3, no. And Fussell going to be shoved to the ground, no whistle. They'll let this one go out of bounds. And it's a nice little ovation for Senya Campos, well deserved. She's been a varsity player for 4 seasons now, and as a freshman you knew she was something special. And as a senior, she's grown into quite the leader, taking in the footsteps of her older sister, Annie Campos, who's up at Oregon Tech. Senya going to attend college at Klamath Community College. Stay here locally, which I think is a great thing. Hernandez driving inside. She has it poked free. Brooklyn Conrad with the steal. And she brings it up along the far side of the floor. Conrad into Fussell. Fussell throws it to Shade on the near wing for three. It's not going to go. The rebound falls to Leah Hernandez, and it's going to stay with Hernandez. Mazama nearly turning it over, but they keep it. Sage White dribbling it ahead for the Vikes. A screen going left for White. Has it along the arc. Gives it up to Hernandez. Hernandez triggers a three. Not going to go. And Shade with the rebound. Rifles the pass ahead to Fussell. She's going to score with ease in close. She's now got 13 points tonight. 76-18 the score. 5:33 to go in the ball game. Here's White. She's played, I think, every single minute of the game so far for Mazama. Pass intended for Slazak, taken away by Shade. Shade trying to bounce it ahead to Peyton Modine, but it's kicked out of bounds by Balerdi. And Gretchen Sheen checking into the game. Kennedy Modine will check out. And she's going to get a hug as well, and the standing O from Henley. I think these seniors are going to come out one by one, and that's a great move, I think, by Coach Denson, as Pappas is going to get set to come in at the next stoppage. Shade. Inbounds top of the key to Sheen. Now to Peyton Modine. Down underneath to Shade. Outside to Sheen for three. Yes! 3 triples for Gretchen Sheen in this half. 4 for the game. 82-18. Henley in front. 4.5 to go. Sage White. Dribbling in, bounces it to Slazak, her shot off the mark. The rebound falls to Fussell. Fussell rifles the pass ahead to Peyton Modine, and the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Mazama basketball. Lily Fussell goes to the bench tonight, scores 1,000 points for the Henley Hornets a couple of games back against Crater. She's replaced by Shoshani Pappas. Lily Fussell, one of the best defenders I've seen since broadcasting Henley games, and a great shooter too. Fussell will finish tonight with 13 points. We'll talk more about it as this game comes to a conclusion in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Sage White fires a three, not going to go. The rebound falls to Slazak. Her putback denied by Pappas, and then Pappas gets the steal. Shoshani racing ahead for Henley from the left block, steps to the rim. The sky hook is true. Pappas with a flashy shot to score a pair. 6 points for her tonight. 81-18, 3.5 to go in the third. Here's White. Guarded by Conrad. She comes out beyond the arc to guard her. Pass intended for Hernandez. Tipped away, but Mazama keeps possession. Kirkpatrick looking for room on the right side. Gets it to Slazak. Slazak picks up the dribble on the right side. Finds Hernandez cutting to the rim. Conrad swats her away. J.C. Ladner in, and Conrad comes out after an exclamation point ending to her game and the block. Brooklyn Conrad's a senior who didn't get maybe as much playing time in her career as some other seniors on this team, but this year had quality minutes in her senior season, played a lot of vital time for Henley in league play this year, and great to see her get the respect and adoration of this Henley crowd. We're going to have some more Hornets come into the game. Preston Shade, Gretchen Sheen, and Shoshani Pappas come out. Molly Brown, Natalie Robles, and Sam Cunningham into the game here for Henley. The inbound pass goes to Tori Darrett. Only 7 to shoot for Mazama. They're going to have to get a shot off quick. Kirkpatrick with 3, with 2, with 1, and a shot clock violation will stop the Vikings on this possession. 2:10 and counting to go, 84-18. Peyton Modine ahead here for Henley. Dribbles up top of the key, trying to get it down low to Brown, and it's poked free. Molly Brown, a freshman, getting some minutes here tonight. Kirkpatrick dribbles up to the arc, guarded there by Brown. Trying to hand it off to Hudgens. Hudgens will save it from going out of bounds for a moment, but she is the last one to touch it as she tried to give it up to a Vikings player, unable to corral it. Minute and a half to go. I'm going to say 81-18, I suppose. I Guess I might have added another 3. That's what the score reads in the gym. And a turnover. Hudgens takes it away. Minute 20 to go. 81-18. Here's Hudgens, top of the key. Driving right. Takes a Darrett screen, finds some room on the right side, no good. The rebound from Darrett, her putback, no. A third chance for Mazama by Jackson won't go. And this time the rebound falls to J.C. Ladner. Still a scramble for it on the near side. A held ball will result in a Henley possession. 53 seconds to go. Reminder to stay with us tonight for the Varsity Boys Contest, which will start about, I'd probably say 15 or so minutes after the conclusion of this one. We will have a brief bit of post-game coverage, and then we'll get ready for the boys' contest tonight. Inbound pass for Mazama finds its way to Jackson, then outside for a Martin triple, not going to go. Peyton Modine gets the rebound, and shot clock is off. Peyton Modine rifles the pass ahead, though. Brown is not going to be able to score. And the ball goes out of bounds. Going to call a foul on Mazama. On Henley, but 10 seconds to go. And Kirkpatrick going to get it now with 4, with 3, with 2, and there will be no shot at the end of this one. Mazama waves the white flag, and Henley comes away with an 81-18 victory and a season sweep of the Mazama Vikings. We'll be back in 30 seconds, give you the leading scorers for the Hornets, and get you ready for the boys' game next on mybasin.com.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Final score tonight, 81-18. The Henley Lady Hornets victorious. Leading scorer for them, Gretchen Sheen with 17 points. Michaela Schroeder and Lily Fassell each had 13. And Kennedy Modine had 9 tonight in the win for Henley. Leading scorer for Mazama, Leah Hernandez, the junior, finished with 9 points tonight. This loss for Mazama puts them at 9-12 on the season. 5-4 in conference play. Still 1 game ahead of the Klamath Union Pelicans for second place in the league. Hornets improved to 17-5 on the year, 10-0 in conference play. The Skyline Conference champions playing their best ball of the season as we get closer to the state tournament. We're going to take a quick break here on mybasin.com. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will be ready to go with the boys varsity contest. We'll also be joined by the listening audience over on 104.3 and 960 Sports. So stick with us for more Henley basketball next on mybasin.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Henley High School basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com. Another Skyline Conference matchup brings us to the Hornets' Nest as Henley hosts the Mazama Vikings. Glad to be with you tonight. My name is Josh Eldridge. Henley enters with a 10-12 overall record this season, 4-5 in Skyline Conference play. The Vikings 5-14 on the year, 3-5 in league play. Henley is playing what might be their best basketball of the season here in the month of February. They are 3-4 in this time span. Their only loss, a 1-point loss to the league-leading, undefeated Hidden Valley Mustangs. The Hornets lost by 1 point on this floor back on February 6th. Otherwise, though, in this month, 3-1. Henley making a push towards the postseason. Right now, they're in third place, 2 games back of the Klamath Union Pelicans, but with 3 games left on the schedule, they've still got an outside shot at crashing the postseason picture. They must win tonight. They must win every game the rest of the season. They also have to hope that Klamath Union loses out for the rest of their season, and they would hold a game advantage over the Pels in that specific scenario. Otherwise, the Hornets are done. They've got to win out. They've got to hope the Pels lose out. Klamath Union was supposed to have a game tonight against Hidden Valley. That game has been moved to tomorrow. The Mustangs unable to make the trip to the Klamath Basin due to the snow over the pass. We'll have to wait till tomorrow. All the Hornets can worry about is beating the Vikings tonight and keeping their postseason chances alive. Just a couple of minutes away before tip-off tonight. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the starting lineups for both teams and get ready for tip-off between the Hornets and the Vikings next on 104.3 and 960 Sports.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts Too, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts Too on Facebook.
Josh Eldridge back with you from inside the Hornets' Nest tonight. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the starting 5. First for the Henley Hornets, starting number 4, a junior, Corbin Hamilton. Number 10, a senior, Reese Schmierbach. Number 14, a junior, Micah Ibarra. Number 20, a junior, Carson Sims. And number 22, a senior, Jeremiah Brunick. The Hornets are coached by Brian Stock, and he's assisted by Dylan Woodrum, Luke Hammond. The Vikings starting lineup goes like this. Number 2, Jordan Clanky. Number 3, Jagger Jackson. Number 10, Kellen Lee. Number 11, Caden Gannett. And number 13, Michael Piscatello. The Vikings are coached by Ryan Millsap. The Vikings tonight in their road blue uniforms with Mazama written across their chest in white text. The Hornets tonight in their home white uniforms with Hornets written across their chest in a navy blue outline. And we are ready for basketball tonight. The Hornets control the opening tip. They go from left to right. Ibarra throws it to Sims here on the near wing. We are off and running in the third meeting tonight between the Vikings and the Hornets. Schmierbach drives baseline up with a right hand. Reese scores 2, and that's how we get things started in tonight's affair. Sims is going to poke a pass out of bounds on the other way, and it'll be Mazama basketball, and they'll be right in front of the scorers table. Like I said, third meeting between these two teams this season. The first one back on January 13th went the way of the Vikings, 46-40. Mazama fell, though, to Henley back on February 3rd, 59-38. This is the rubber match tonight. Pass is going to wind up out of bounds. Henley will get it. 7:30 to go in the first quarter. They've got a 2-point lead. Pardon me, Mazama actually going to get it. Saw the boys in white lining up for it, but the Vikings take it. Inbound pass goes to Piscatello. He gets it quickly to Jordan Clanky. Rifles a 3. It's not going to go, and Ibarra cleans up the miss. Micah racing into the middle of the floor. Throws it to Sims here on the near side. Sims takes a screen going left. Tries to roll the pass down low to Brunick, but it goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Sims, and the Hornets will get it. Good to see Jeremiah Brunick back in the starting order tonight. Had been dealing with a nagging injury midway point of the season, but good to see him out there on the floor. Michael Piscatello, that was Jagger Jackson, dribbles into the middle of the floor with a sweet move, tries to kick it in the corner, but the ball goes out of bounds, and Henley will get possession of the basketball. Micah Ibarra and Schmierbach bringing it up for the Hornets. Those two have become quite the duo this season. Reese trying to drive the right side, kicks it to Brunick, whips the pass to Hamilton, steps left, goes right. From the mid-range, Hamilton not able to knock it down, and the rebound falls to Jordan Clanky. Ahead go the Vikings. Pass comes to Piscatello. A near wing 3 is good. Nothing but lace for Michael Piscatello. Hornets coming the other way, led by Reese Schmierbach. They give it up to Ibarra. He tries a 3 to respond. Nobody's home. The rebound is won by Hamilton. He gives it up to Ibarra. Hornets able to reset the O a little bit. Here's Sims. Sims throws it to Ibarra near side. Ibarra free throw line jumper is going to be left short, and the rebound falls to Jagger Jackson. Gives it ahead to Jordan Clanky. Clanky dribbling the right side. Tries to find Lee on the wing. Now straight away to Jackson. Guarded there by Hamilton. Jackson puts it on the deck, trying to back Corbin down. Instead, they find Piscatello, top of the key. Now back to Jagger Jackson. Takes a screen going left, picks up the dribble. Now to the hands of Gannett for a far corner 3. It's good. Caden Gannett, a made triple. Those are each of the Vikings' 6 points tonight on 2 made triples. Score should be 6-2 Mazama. Sims tries to answer with a triple, and instead it will be Clanky's ball. After that miss, fixing the score in the gym. 6-2 the score. 5:35 to go. A 3 taken and missed. The rebound falls to Kellen Lee. Lee gets it into Jagger Jackson. His shot off the glass is good for 2. Score of 8-2. Looks like they might have only given a 2-pointer to one of the guys who hit threes earlier for Mazama. Score in the gym reads 7-2. A shot on the interior taken away by Mazama. They get the outlet pass ahead to Clanky. His chance is poked free, and out of bounds it goes. I thought Gannett and Piscatello each hit triples, but looks like instead of 8-2, the score is 7-2. Now it's 8-2. Okay, they fixed it again. We're all set. 5:10 to go in the first quarter. Mazama a 6-point lead, an 8-point lead after a right-handed floater from Piscatello gives him 5 points and a 10-2 advantage for the Vikes. Here's Sims. Sims at the baseline trying to shove the pass in low to Brunick, but he's picked free by Piscatello. Mazama nearly traveled in transition, but they get the pass down low to Jagger Jackson. Kick it outside to Piscatello, then throw it to Lee in the corner. Lee one step inside the arc, misses wide left. The rebound tipped around. It's finally won by Schmierbach, and he is fouled. Charge the foul to Jordan Clanky of the Vikings. The sophomore picked up his first. Brody Fullerton and Kai Montag will check into the game. Brunick and Sims go to the bench. All right. And to inbound will be Schmierbach. He'll get it to Ibarra and the Hornets, who trail by 8, nearly halfway through the first quarter. Trying to dribble right into the hands of Schmierbach. Takes a Montag screen, top of the key. Schmierbach Hands it off to Hamilton there on the left side. Bounce pass intended for Montag, taken away by Piscatello. He's going to give it ahead to Clanky. Clanky, top of the key to Piscatello. Thought about a three, then throws it to Lee in the far corner. Lee now to Clanky, top of the key. Drives the right block. A wild shot is going to miss wide right. And the rebound falls to Montag. He gives it ahead to Ibarra. Micah now into the front court here for Henley. Dribbles onto the right side. Throws it top of the key now to Montag into the hands of Hamilton. Hamilton guarded by Clanky beyond the arc. Now here's Ibarra. Shaded towards his left. Gets it in low to Brody Fullerton. The freshman is going to get fouled. Brody Fullerton. It's a freshman player for Henley. Played a little football during the the fall season. And has come along really nicely as a very strong rebounder for Henley. He can score when he's needed, but Brody, boy, he is active on the glass. Might be Henley's best rebounder as a freshman. Kai Montag dribbles in, tries to get the pass rid to Ibarra. It's poked free for a moment, but Micah gets it back. Corbin Hamilton along the right wing, trying to throw it to Ibarra, top of the key, now to the hands of Schmierbach. Fakes a screen left, then drives right, gets to the baseline, is stopped there by Lee, then feeds Montag on the drive, who loses it on his way up. Mazama the other way is up and good from Caden Gannett. Timeout is called by Henley. The Vikings have opened up a 10-point lead, 3:21 to go in the first. Back with more Henley Hoops next on mybasin.com. (12-2). The Vikings lead the Hornets. 3:28 to go in the first quarter tonight at Henley High School, just about 15 minutes south of downtown Klamath Falls. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Carson Sims, top of the key, drives the right lane. A strong take-in for Carson. The left-handed finish isn't there, and the rebound falls to Mazama. Gannett rifles the pass ahead to Clanky. Clanky throws it to Piscatello on the wing, then head of the key to Gannett. Tries another three. Gannett connects. He's now got 8 points tonight, and his team leads by 13. Ibarra with it on the left side. Drives, tries to get it out to Montag, taken away by Clanky. The Vikings racing ahead. Clanky with a right hand, not able to finish. And Kai Montag comes away with a rebound, throws it ahead to Sims. Sims in the middle of the floor, stops from 13 feet. His shot not going to go, and the rebound falls to Piscatello. Jordan Clanky now walking it across half court for Mazama. Met head of the key by Montag. Montag nearly poked it free. They get into the hands of Ty Wilmot for three. He's not going to get it to go, and the rebound falls to Talon Taylor. New to the game here for Henley. Taylor throws it, that was Ibarra, throws it to Montag. Cutting the baseline, no. The rebound falls to Fullerton, but then he has it taken away by Gannett. Pass coming ahead for Mazama. It is Clanky. Clanky bothered by Montag. Montag's going to foul him. And Corbin Hamilton and Reese Schmierbach getting set to check into the game for Henley as Montag and Ibarra go to the bench. All right. We're also going to see a new player in for Mazama. I think it's Blake Peters. Shot from the right side. Ty Wilmot gets fouled. He'll shoot a pair. First 2 points of the game for Henley came from Reese Schmierbach. Henley's been dry since. 15-2 our score as Wilmot goes to the line. Tonight's broadcast on mybasin.com brought to you in part by the Pacific Power Foundation, whose goal is to support the growth and vitality of local communities through charitable investments. Over the past 5 years, the Pacific Power Foundation has donated over $13 million to nonprofit organizations. Big thanks to the foundation for supporting us this season on Henley basketball. Both free throws good for Wilmot. 17-2. 2 minutes to go in the first. Schmierbach giving it ahead to Sims. Sims trying to find room. Skips the pass to Fullerton. He uses the window to score. Probably should have been a foul called too, but Fullerton able to grab a pair there. Ahead is Mazama the other way and nearly losing it. Top of the key was Jagger Jackson. Schmierbach pressuring him. Now Hamilton switches onto him. They're going to say Korb fouled him. And checking into the game now for the Vikes, Jordan Klenke returns to the bench. Goes Ty Wilmot. All right. With it now for Mazama's Jagger Jackson, well beyond the arc between the circles. Guarded there by Hamilton. Tries to drive in with his left hand. Kicks it outside to Piscatello. Now top of the key to Klenke. Back to Piscatello. He still has it. Head of the key. Now to the hands of Klenke. Shaded a little bit towards the left. Now to the hands of Jackson. Guarded there by Hamilton. 17 to shoot for the Vikings. Here's Gannett. Gannett splits the defense. Gets to the free throw line. Nearly travels. Gets rid of it to Jackson. Down underneath to Piscatello, poked free by Fullerton. The shot from Piscatello no good. Kicks it outside to Klenke, a triple off the mark. Peters tracks down the miss, gets into the hands of Klenke, but Klenke receives the pass out of bounds. Good effort there by the Vikings all around. Hard work on the glass to create good shots. But it turns out that 1 foot out of bounds will kill that possession for the Vikes. Now Henley coming with it the other way, under a minute to go in the first, down by 13. Hamilton gives it to Sims, head of the key. Talon Taylor, right wing three, no good, and the rebound goes to Piscatello. Gives it ahead to Klenke. Tries to get the pass into Gannett in the front court, but way too much on that one as it goes out of bounds. Ibarra checks in. Talon Taylor to the bench. Ibarra and Schmierbach together in the front court. Ibarra gets the pass to Hamilton there on the left side. Hamilton now a handoff to Sims, trying to drive to the left, gets it to Ibarra in the corner. A three is not going to go. The rebound is going to be won by Blake Peters for the Vikings. Had to really battle for that one against Corbin Hamilton, but the freshman wins that one. Pass comes to Piscatello. Whips it near side to Gannett. Gannett going to work against Ibarra beyond the arc. Lofts it in close to a cutting Jordan Klenke for two. Won't find a much easier bucket than that for the Vikings. 5 seconds to go in the first. The Hornets want the last shot. Schmierbach in the middle of the floor. His shot is good. Boy, if there's a buzzer coming, get the ball into the hands of Schmierbach, man. Ice in his veins. He hits those buzzer beaters. And although his team is down big, those 2 points might be a spark that Henley needs. Down 19-6 after one. Back with more next on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Vikings start with the basketball out of our break. They've got a 13-point lead against the Henley Hornets. A 15-point lead now after a Caden Gannett two-pointer made from the left block. Schmierbach racing the other side here for Henley. They get the pass into Hamilton in the corner. They give it back outside to Schmierbach. Tries to drive the baseline. Schmierbach double clutch, won't go. The rebound falls to Brunick. He's denied at the cup by Piscatello. The Vikings come the other way, led by Jordan Klenke. Gives it ahead to Piscatello, now on the near side to Gannett. Gannett trying to get it down low, and scoring is Jagger Jackson, just cutting on the weak side, 23-6. 7:18 to go in the second quarter. Ibarra dribbles into a right wing three. The Hornets needed that one. Someone's got to catch fire for Henley. Doesn't quite matter who it is. Ibarra is certainly one who can do it. Gannett tries to scoot the pass down low to Lee, taken away by Sims, and Sims will be fouled trying to beat the press. And so Gannett will pick up his first foul. And Schmierbach into the front court here for Henley. Gives it up to Hamilton, head of the key. Hamilton now to the hands of Sims. Sims throws the pass to Ibarra, then to Schmierbach in the corner. Schmierbach takes a screen right, has some room, gets to the free throw line, then throws it to Sims. Head fakes a three, head fakes the mid-range, then kicks it to Ibarra in the corner for three. It rims out. The rebound falls to Piscatello. Going ahead to Jackson. Jackson to Piscatello, head of the key, trying to get it to Clanky, intercepted by Hamilton. Corbin racing the floor, throws it outside to Ibarra, dribbles into the middle, Ibarra, beautiful feed to Brunick for two. What a pass from Micah Ibarra. Timeout Vikings, 23-11, 6:16 to go in the second quarter. Back with more Henley Hoops next on mybasin.com.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
.616 to go in the second quarter. Henley trails Mazama 23-11. 5 on the floor for Henley. Brunick, Sims, Ibarra, Schmierbach, and Hamilton. For Mazama, it's Wilmot, Clanky, Gannett, Lee, and Piscatello. Pass comes to the near side. Lee, an easy lane to the rim. Too much on the layup, though, and Schmierbach gets the rebound. Schmierbach is going to be fouled by Kellen Lee from behind. And Schmierbach not going to shoot free throws here. That's only the first foul. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Pardon me, that's the second Vikings team foul. Schmierbach going to be the one to inbound here for Henley. Looks to Hamilton, head of the key, and that's where he catches. Hamilton then throws it to Ibarra, left side, then to Schmierbach in the corner. Schmierbach throws it to Sims, extended arc, left side, now to Ibarra. Right corner to Hamilton. Hamilton takes a screen along the right arc, has his pocket picked by Kellen Lee. And here comes Lee. Along the far side of the floor by Mazama. Here, top of the key is Clanky, guarded by Hamilton. Then they throw it to Wilmot on the far side. Wilmot throws it to Piscatello. Now to the hands of Lee on the right wing, guarded there by Sims. They get the pass down low to Piscatello. Beautiful offense ran by Mazama. Results in just the look they want. Michael Piscatello close in for two. He's got 7 points tonight. Vikings lead by 14, 5:20 to go in the second quarter. Here's Ibarra, tries a deep one to answer, hits front iron. Piscatello with the rebound. Ahead to Clanky. Clanky battling his way in against Schmierbach. Touch pass outside to Gannett. He catches there, head of the key into Piscatello. Crazy passes coming out from Mazama. Winds up into the hands of Ty Wilmot, but his triple no good. The rebound falls to Carson Sims. Sims ahead here for Henley. Has it in the middle of the floor. Drives the left side. His shot no good. Thought he took some contact. He's not going to get it. And the rebound falls to Mazama. Pass comes ahead to Piscatello, then to Gannett in the near wing for three. No good. The rebound to Wilmot. Blocked by Schmierbach. Ibarra with it, trying to race ahead for Henley. Ibarra gives it ahead to Hamilton. Head of the key, Hamilton driving in the middle of the paint. Off the window and in. Corbin Hamilton, his first 2 points of the night. 25-13 the score. Henley still trailing the Vikings. Here they come. Piscatello on the near wing. Tries a triple, too strong. The rebound is won by Brunick with the help of Ibarra. Rifles the pass ahead to Hamilton, and Hamilton travels. Subs in for both teams. Talon Taylor, Brody Fullerton, Kai Montag onto the floor for Henley. Blake Peters out there for Mazama with Jackson Hatcher. All right. Here we go. Inbound pass goes to Clanky. Trying to beat the Hornets press. The Vikings are able to do it into the front court. No, they lose the dribble. That was Ty Wilmot, the sophomore, who was beat by Schmierbach on the press. And we're ready to go. Ibarra into the front court here for Henley. They trail by 12. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, and a whistle. Scoring against Jordan Clanky. Clanky just didn't have his feet set on that blocking foul there, so Ibarra going to be the one to inbound. He gets it to Fullerton, head of the key. Fullerton fields a light double team, then he gives it up to Schmierbach. I think the other defender was waiting for Reese. Flat-footed, Reese drives in, finds Fullerton in close. A great pass and a great score. Brody Fullerton, 4 points for him, brings Henley back within 10. 3:44 to go in the second quarter. Piscatello with it. Now Clanky on the top of the key, pass in the interior, taken away by Schmierbach. Reese pressing the gas as he races into the front court. A tough finish. He won't score, but he does get fouled. And Reese headed to the line for two. He's worked hard for that call tonight, boy. He has tried multiple times to go inside. This time he gets the foul, though. 2 points previous for him. He's getting some free throws here. Tonight's broadcast on MyBasin.com brought to you in part by Sage Community Credit Union. They know that picking the right path can make the journey easier, the distance shorter, and can assure that you end up at the right place. Whether you're dreaming of owning a home or you just want a great checking account, Sage Credit Union can help you reach your goals. Checking into the game for Mazama, Jagger Jackson. Schmierbach, his free throw is good. Perfect trip to the line for Reese. Give him 4 points tonight. Henley back with an 8. Piscatello trying to operate. Henley with the press on defense. This has won them quarters before. Jordan Clanky with it on the right side. Clanky knifes the dribble between his legs, throws the pass near side to Jackson, trying to get it into Piscatello. Montag is going to foul him, tried to reach in to deny the pass. That'll be the second Henley team foul, and for Kai, I think it's his first. Kai Taylor will check into the game here for Henley. He will replace Kai Montag. So we've got Schmierbach, Talon Taylor, Kai Taylor, Micah Ibarra, and last one I'm missing is Talon Taylor. Here is Jagger Jackson at the free throw line, spins around against Talon Taylor, but he leaves the turnaround jump shot short. Schmierbach bringing it up here for Henley, lightly pressured up the floor by Jagger Jackson, finds a screen going right, then into the hands of Talon Taylor. Taylor drives into the center of the floor, outside to Ibarra. He gets to the right block, then goes outside to Talon again. Now to Ibarra in the near corner, frees himself up for a three, unable to cash in. The rebound is won by Schmierbach, and he rolls the pass off of a Vikings player. Heads up play there by Reese. Throwing it off the Vikings and keeping possession of the basketball. All right, Ibarra to inbound on the baseline for Henley. And he's looking, finds Fullerton in the corner. They throw it head of the key to Schmierbach. Now to Talon Taylor, denies the give and go from Reese. Trying to spin around to his right, on the block, gives it up to Schmierbach. 21 to shoot here for Henley. Reese has time. Giving it up to Ibarra there on the left side, guarded by Piscatello. They dump it underneath to Fullerton, then back to Ibarra. Here's Talon Taylor, head of the key. 11 to shoot for Henley. Taylor driving in, outside to Schmierbach now with 8. They throw it to Ibarra with 6. Down to Kai Taylor with 5. His drive, he's going to be fouled. And a break. Oh, traveling violation, I suppose, against Kai Taylor. He was tripped. Well, I suppose he wasn't tripped, according to the officials. I'm just saying that he tripped on himself, or whatever the case was, and took too many steps on his way, falling to the ground. Carson Sims checks in for Reese Schmierbach, and the inbound pass goes to Caden Gannett. And now it's Jagger Jackson. Jackson driving the right block, spins to his left, tries to dump it underneath to Peters. Peters then kicks it right back out to Clanky. Now head of the key to Jagger Jackson. Jackson trying to drive the right side, splits the middle of the defense. He's unable to get the shot to go. Ibarra cleans up the rebound. Micah ahead here for Henley. Has it on the left side, denies a pass to Fullerton, then drives inside. Now here's the pass to Fullerton. Now to Sims right side. Sims denies a screen left, drives to the baseline, bounces it outside to Talon Taylor for a long two. It's good. They're giving Talon a long two for that make. 25-19 the score. A minute 34 to go in the first half. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. 30 seconds, and we're back on MyBasin.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Minute 34 to go in the second quarter. Henley has trimmed what was at one point a 13-point deficit to a 6-point deficit. With a minute 34 to go in the second quarter against the Mazama Vikings. The Vikings will start with the basketball. Jordan Clanky ahead to Jagger Jackson. Henley pressing on defense. The Vikings trying to beat it. They get the pass into Gannett. Gannett is going to lose it to Hamilton. Great defense results in the turnover. Hamilton racing ahead onto the near side. Picks up the dribble. Lofts it to Ibarra far side. Then to Sims. Sims thought about a three. Drives in. He's fouled. And a whistle. Sims should be shooting two. That being the fifth Mazama team foul. Sims a chance to get to the line. He's had a hard time shooting the ball tonight, and sometimes with shooters like Carson, I think the same thing could be said for a guy like Micah Ibarra too. You just want to see the ball go in a couple of times, and then you start to find that touch, and you wonder if Sims just getting to the free throw line here might free him up to do a little bit more as the game goes on. Made his first. Trims it to a 5-point lead. Trying to trim it to 4 here. Sims unable to cash in on the second. Michael Piscatello climbs the ladder, pulls down the rebound. Jordan Clanky ahead now for the Vikings. Clanky with a left-handed dribble, throws it near side to Gannett. Down underneath to Piscatello. Right-handed shot no good. Bothered by Taylor. Sims comes down with the rebound, falls over and travels. Unfortunate break there for Henley. Just a product of Sims getting bumped on the way down and no whistle being called, and so he technically traveled. It'll be Mazama basketball. Brody Fullerton getting ready to check in for the Hornets. He will replace Kai Taylor. All right, here we go. To inbound is Jordan Clanky. Clanky will find Piscatello there on the right side. Now over to Gannett. Gannett driving the left against Ibarra. Ibarra poked it free. Fullerton 2-on-1 in the fast break against Piscatello. Fullerton unable to finish. Hamilton gets the board, and that's why you play 2-on-1. Sims, a deep three, no. The rebound tipped up and around into the hands of Blake Peters. And now it will be Jordan Clanky. 39 seconds to go in the half. Henley trails by 5. Clanky going to be fouled by Sims on the near side. Sims going to come out. Talon Taylor checking into the game. And Jordan Clanky to inbound. Gets it to Jagger Jackson. Jordan Clanky now top of the key. Working against Schmierbach. Schmierbach guarding him tightly. They throw it over on the far side to Jackson. Tries to drive in against Talon Taylor. And a foul against... What do we got? I'm working on this. Was it 3 in the key? I haven't seen a number designation from the officials. They've been talking to the scorers table. They had given some sort of information to Coach Stock. And now we have Mr. Cesania making his way to the scorers table to assess what happened. Are we fixing the clock, perhaps? It looked like it. It looked like we're fixing the clock. 28 2/10 of a second to go in the second quarter. 25-20, Mazama leads. And it is Mazama basketball. It must have been a clock issue. I think that there had been more time left on the clock a moment ago. And they took maybe 5 seconds off. Inbound pass goes to Piscatello. Now into the hands of Jackson. Shot clock is off, by the way. The Vikings could take the last shot if they want it, but Taylor pokes it free and then gets bowled over by Clanky on the sideline. Henley's going to get the basketball. Boy, I thought Clanky would have been hit with a foul there because he just about bowled over Talon Taylor, lowered his shoulder. Looked like a base runner colliding with a catcher at home plate, but instead it was just an out-of-bounds play. Henley has it, 14 seconds to go in the half. Hamilton gives it ahead to Ibarra, 10 seconds. Ibarra takes a screen left. He's double-teamed with 7 seconds. Now Hamilton with 6. Hamilton driving right with 5, loses the dribble with 2, and steps out of bounds. It will be Mazama ball on the baseline away from the bucket with 2 3/10 of a second to go in the first half. All right. Vikings going to look for a heave. Piscatello, he is going to take the shot at half court. Not going to hit it. Go to the locker rooms, a score of 25-10. Stick with us. Coming up next, our Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. We'll break down our leading scorers. We'll tell you what's coming up next for the rest of the week here on mybasin.com and cue you up for what's next in the Skyline Conference. That's all coming up as we continue your coverage of Henley basketball tonight on mybasin.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Pacific Power works day in and day out to power our communities because we know our neighbors rely on us. We're trimming and clearing branches around poles and lines, protecting our system, and giving you real-time updates when storms roll in. You can count on us in all seasons. 24/7, we're here for you. Powering your greatness.
(25-20) our score at halftime tonight. The Mazama Vikings leading the Henley Hornets in this Skyline Conference game. My name is Josh Eldridge. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We've got, before I run down the leading scorers while they're out there, J.C. Ladner and Michaela Schroeder from the Henley girls basketball team. They are doing a 50-50 raffle tonight. They are raising some money to get a new flag here in the gym at Henley High School. If you are a Skyline Conference basketball fan, you might recall what Hidden Valley High School has for their flag, where it's kind of like a projector screen, and it drops down and unfurls and is this really great thing. And we're trying to get one of those here at Henley High School, and the girls basketball team is spearheading this fundraiser. Just did a little 50-50 raffle tonight. But listen, if you want to contribute and help try to raise funds for this flag here at Henley High School, contact someone in the Booster Club. Come on out to the school and support this. These flag projects are great for the community and a great chance to honor our veterans here in Klamath County. It's something that we were part of at the radio station last year with the Fly the Flag fundraiser, when we were raising money to put in that new flag that you might see at the Klamath County Fairgrounds. That big one was one that we spearheaded along with Benefit for the Basin at the radio station. And now they're trying to get a similar thing done here at Henley High School. Like I said, contact the boosters if you want to get involved. 25-20 our score at halftime. The Vikings lead the Hornets. Leading scorers for the Vikings at halftime, Caden Gannett has 10. Michael Piscatello has 7, 4 for Jagger Jackson, and 2 each for Ty Wilmot and Jordan Clanky. For the Hornets, they are led by Micah Ibarra with 5. Brody Fullerton, Corbin Hamilton, and Reese Schmierbach each have 4. Talon Taylor has 2. Carson Sims has won. We're going to take a quick break here on the Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. When we come back, we'll take a look around the conference. That's coming up next on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
$25-20 our score here at halftime tonight. The Harbor Isles Tennis and Fitness Club halftime show. Harbor Isles exists to provide a clean, multi-use facility for the advancement of health, wellness, and longevity to its members and the community. We invite you to join Harbor Isles, where they feature top-of-the-line equipment, full-service personal training, and an array of group exercise classes. 25-20 again, the Vikings lead at halftime against the Henley Hornets. Henley needing to come back and try to take one tonight from the Vikings. Because their playoff future hangs in the balance. The Hornets need to win out. They got to hope the Pelicans lose out if they want to crack and crash the Skyline Conference playoff picture. Hidden Valley already atop the league, 9-0. Worst they can do is a tie for first place with Klamath Union. That game will be played tomorrow. The Pelicans and the Mustangs playing tomorrow. It was supposed to be today, but the Mustangs, with the snow on the pass, didn't want to travel to Pell Court. Understandably so, I suppose. And so they'll play tomorrow. If the Mustangs win, they will clinch the Skyline Conference outright. If Klamath Union wins, then Henley's season is over regardless of what happens tonight. But for just tonight, you feel like you can control your own destiny with a win against Mazama this evening. Keep yourself alive in the postseason picture. They've got to make a comeback tonight against the Vikings. Continue to play that staunch defense. Continue to try and make buckets. We'll be back with the third quarter next on 104.3, 960 Sports, and mybasin.com.
The cars we drive play an important part of our everyday. Whether we're going to work, dropping off the kids at school, or maybe even on that first date. Vehicles we drive play an important role in all of that. And that's why at Klamath Falls Subaru, we are so passionate about getting you the long-lasting vehicle that you will love. When you come to our store, you'll find that every department is dedicated to caring for our customers, which is why I can proudly send anyone here knowing that they will be treated like family. Stop by and say hi. When you come to Klamath Falls Subaru, you're coming home.
All I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Henley High School, the site of tonight's Skyline Conference affair between the Hornets and the Mazama Vikings. As we get ready to start the third quarter of play tonight, it is 25-20. The Vikings leading the Hornets, leading the Vikings in scoring. Caden Gannett, he's got 10 points. Leading the Hornets in scoring is Micah Ibarra. He's got 5. 5 on the floor for Henley to start the third quarter. Carson Sims, Corbin Hamilton, Reese Schmierbach, Jeremiah Brunick, and Micah Ibarra. For Mazama, it's Michael Piscatello, Kellen Lee, Caden Gannett, Jordan Clanky, and Jagger Jackson. Hornets will start with the basketball, and we are just about ready to go tonight. Ibarra receives the inbound pass. He's now into the front court. Gives it up to Sims there on the right side. Sims tries to get the pass off to Schmierbach. Poked out of bounds by Caden Gannett. And the Hornets will keep possession of the basketball. Only 10 seconds gone here in the third quarter. Schmierbach looking for Ibarra in the backcourt. Finds him there. And he brings it up front. Now to the corner to Schmierbach. Jab step left. Drives right into the middle of the floor. Schmierbach, his shot hangs on the rim. It doesn't go. But amongst the trees, Schmierbach battles for the rebound. Pass goes around the horn into the hands of Brunick. Kicks it out to Ibarra. A corner three won't go. Sims gets the rebound and then is fouled by Jagger Jackson. And so Sims will inbound, I believe. I thought he would. Instead, it will be Ibarra on the baseline to inbound for the Hornets. Ibarra bouncing it in close to Brunick. Poked out of bounds again by Kellen Lee. And so Henley another chance at the inbound pass. Ibarra to do it again. Looking. Ibarra finds Schmierbach, head of the key, catches there, now to the hands of Hamilton. Hamilton on the right side, hands it off to Ibarra, still operating that right side of the floor, brings it into the middle, kicks it outside to Hamilton, one step inside the arc, Corbin unable to hit. The rebound falls to Piscatello. He's going to give it ahead to Jordan Clanky, and here he comes for the Mazama Vikings. Clanky throws it on the wing to Gannett for 3, it rattles home. Those are the first 3 points of the game. It's a Caden Gannett triple, his third made triple of the night, gives him 13 points. Jeremiah Brunick answers on the other side. Jerry's got his first 2. 28-22. Here's Michael Piscatello. Gives it up to Jagger Jackson. Jackson, a top of the key 3, leaves it short. Caden Gannett uncontested. Rebound and the putback, 30-22. Here's Schmierbach into the front court. Rifles the pass to Sims on the near side. Sims into the middle of the floor is fouled? Oh, no. It's going to say out of bounds. Last touched by Sims as he spun into the paint and dropped it. Clanky gets the pass ahead to Gannett and a whistle. I think that one's going against Schmierbach, and it is. First team foul for Henley, a minute and a half gone in the third. And for Reese, that is his first. Game is slowed down a little bit here to start the third quarter. Clanky, near side to Gannett, guarded there by Ibarra. Gannett throws it top of the key to Jackson, now to the hands of Clanky. Guarded there by Schmierbach. They get it to Piscatello, now to the far side to Gannett. Gannett looking for Jackson, finds him top of the key, 18 to shoot for Mazama. Gannett pressured by Hamilton, tries to get rid of the pass, gives it right to Schmierbach. Schmierbach pass ahead to Hamilton, poked away by Jackson, and the Vikings get it right back. Jackson nearly loses it in the backcourt, might have been fouled by Hamilton, but gets away with it, and now the pass goes to Piscatello. Jackson letting everybody hear it. He probably should. Gannett also just pushed off Ibarra into a 3. The refs are certainly letting him play tonight, and I guess if we're going to stay consistent, let these boys play. Always a good rivalry, but you hope that as this game goes on that the whistle doesn't tighten up, because here in the third quarter, for both teams, it feels almost non-existent. Pass goes to Jagger Jackson. Has it head of the key, tries to drive right, gets into the paint, spins to his left, goes up with the shot, he leaves it short, and the rebound falls to Brody Fullerton. Now ahead to Carson Sims, rifles it ahead to Hamilton on the left wing. Hamilton down to Schmierbach underneath, brings it out around the arc. Schmierbach now to Hamilton again. Corbin thought about a three, dribbles into the middle of the floor, goes up from 10 feet, he's not going to get it, and Gannett pulls down the board. It is getting physical down there. Here is Clanky. Clanky guarded tightly by Schmierbach. They get the pass off to Gannett, rifles it to Jackson in the middle of the paint, then back outside to Gannett. Gannett guarded by Ibarra, 15 to shoot. Schmierbach makes him lose it, but Gannett gets it right back. Bounce pass to Lee, down low, reverse layup won't go. The rebound is won by Lee. His putback is there. Tough work there by the sophomore Kellen Lee to earn 2 points. And what started as a 5-point deficit to start this quarter has ballooned to a 10-point deficit. Schmierbach gets rid of it to Hamilton. Now to the hands of Sims straight away. Sims gives it to Ibarra, top of the key. Ibarra driving left into the middle of the floor. Turnaround jumper left short. The rebound poked out by Mazama, so Henley keeps it. All right. Ibarra to inbound. Ibarra looking, lofts it to Schmierbach, then to Ibarra in the corner, then a pass to Reese, nobody's home, over and back, and the Vikings take it. Sims going to check back in, Ibarra stays on the bench. And it will be Vikings basketball on their own baseline. Getting it in quickly to William Hamilton, then to Gannett for a three. It's good. Caden Gannett has caught fire from downtown in this game. That is 4 made triples for him. 35-22. Pass comes to Kai Montag. Tries to spin to his left, gets to the baseline, has some room, gets blocked from behind by Gannett. Now the Vikings come the other way. Clanky loses it to Schmierbach. They're battling for it on the near side. Timeout is called by Mazama. Clanky was laying on the basketball, certainly didn't have possession, but the Vikings going to get timeout off anyway. 3:50 to go in the third quarter. We'll be back with more next on mybasin.com.
It's time to reclaim your health and your autonomy. At Heartfelt OBGYN, they focus on you. Their evidence-based approach to care means fewer office visits and a targeted treatment plan to directly address your specific needs. They believe in solutions for their patients, not the industry's profit margin. The providers at Heartfelt OBGYN are committed to serving the community and giving back to the basin. Find them at heartfeltobgyn.com. Heartfelt, because you deserve to be in control of your body and your informed choices.
So Mazama will get possession on the sideline. 35-22. Thought that there might have been a reversal of that call, but the officials instead just, I think, wanted to talk about a fan who's being belligerent here on the near side. Regardless, the Vikings will have it. Piscatello is going to give it up to William Hamilton. The score 35-22, and the Vikings lead. Pass into Kellen Lee. Gets it over to Clanky. He scores 2 high off the window. 37-22. The Vikings have opened it up here in the third quarter. Talon Taylor with it on the right elbow. Down underneath to Fullerton. Spins around against Piscatello. Unable to get the shot. Gets his own miss. Fullerton will get tied up. A held ball favors the Hornets. Again, the officials letting the players play tonight, but sometimes that can allow things to get out of hand in the stands. They're doing a good job of controlling that and controlling the game tonight. We got a veteran crew here as far as the officials go this evening too, so no qualms as far as that's concerned. Schmierbach drives inside, a tough shot not going to go, and the rebound falls to Lee. Gives it ahead to Gannett. He's been on fire, and he adds 2 more. He's got 10 points here in this third quarter as the Vikings lead by 17. Talon Taylor driving the free throw line. Tries to roll the pass to Montag. Down underneath to Fullerton. He's surrounded by blue jerseys. Down to Montag. Good positioning for Kai Montag. And he scores 2. We've got a timeout on the floor. 2:47 to go in the third. 39-24. Back with more next on mybasin.com.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
39-24, 2:47 to go in the third quarter on mybasin.com. Also on 104.3 960 Sports. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We'll be back on Friday, loosely booked to cover the Mountain Valley League tournament up at Chilliquin High School on Friday. Excited to go out there and watch some 1A basketball on Friday night. The Hornets have the night off on Friday, so we're able to get up there and watch some 1A basketball. Hope that you join us beginning, I think, at 2 o'clock on Friday. I know there's a 1:45 opening ceremony, and so the first game will be right after that. So I'm going to ballpark it at 2 o'clock, even though the times haven't officially been released yet. 39-24, Mazama travels, no whistle. The pass comes to Piscatello on the left side. Shot blocked by Taylor. Piscatello gets it back outside to Gannett, now to the hands of Clanky. Clanky, guarded there by Talon Taylor, picks up the dribble, top of the key, now to the hands of Piscatello. Piscatello back to Clanky. 16 to shoot here for Mazama. Clanky working against Taylor, drives left against him, beats him to the cup. He will not miss the bucket, but he did get fouled. And so this will be 2 free throws coming up for Jordan Clanky. It should be against Talon Taylor. They called the foul on Brody. Regardless, first free throw from Clanky is no good. And a sub in for Mazama. I believe it was Jagger who returned to the game. An 0 for trip at the line for Mazama. Kai Montag pulls in the rebound. Henley hurting for some points here at the end of this period. Sims has it on the left side. Throws it to Talon Taylor. Bounce pass goes to Fullerton underneath. Brody tries to throw the pass to Montag, and now it's to Schmierbach. Schmierbach splits the defense, loses it, kicks it out to Sims with a recovery. Sims on the drive, does lose it, and Talon Taylor intercepts the next pass. A turnover frenzy here between the Hornets and the Vikings, but Talon Taylor with a tough finish, spins it off the glass for 2, and he's now got 4 points. Henley needs more to close this period. A travel. Clanky gives it up. This time they get the Vikings for traveling in the open court. Hamilton checks in. Montag checks out. The Hornets uncomfortable, down 13 right now. 2 minutes to go in the third. Let's see, they're going to have Talon Taylor tuck in his jersey. They're also going to have Blake Peters check in for Kellen Lee from Mazama. Again, a win tonight for Henley prolongs their chances of playoff contention. And Schmierbach inbounded off the leg of Jagger Jackson for a kickball violation. Schmierbach now to the backcourt to Talon Taylor. And here we go for the Hornets. Taylor has it, throws it to Schmierbach, overshoots him, nobody's there. Gonna get a little smile from the coaching staff. Well, I mean, what can you really do? Just an errant pass. Inbound pass goes to Jagger Jackson. He's going to get it over to Jordan Clanky. The Vikings trying their hardest to beat the press. Ball gets kicked out of bounds. Oh, they're calling a foul against Sims. Ooh. That's a brutal break there for Henley. Vikings get to keep the basketball. Jackson inbounds to Clanky. Clanky over to Gannett, back to Clanky, head of the key, guarded by Schmierbach to Piscatello on the elbow. Gives it outside to Jagger Jackson, triggers a 3, it rims out, and Corbin Hamilton collects the rebound. Hamilton bringing it up here for Henley. He'll run the offense. 1:11 to go in a 13-point game. Sims on the elbow, dribbling it around, gives it up to Talon Taylor, now into the hands of Corbin Hamilton. Hamilton looking for Schmierbach, head of the key. Schmierbach driving the left side, bounces it to Fullerton. Fullerton rolls the pass out to Sims. 10 to shoot. Sims from the baseline triggers a mid-range. It's not going to go. Fullerton, the offensive rebound. Back up. He's fouled. Brody, hard work on the glass, will earn him some free throws. Piscatello picks up the harm there. And Fullerton to the line. Tonight's broadcast on MyBasin.com, brought to you in part by God's Gifts Photography. See Annalisa here tonight. If you're a parent of a high school athlete tired of trying to take good photos and keep up with the action, she's your solution. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search her up on Facebook at God's Gifts 2. In fact, most of the high school photos that you see on MyBasin.com taken by her. She does a fantastic job. Fullerton 0 for 2 trip at the line, and it will be Jackson who tracks down the miss and then throws it out of bounds off Fullerton. So the Vikings keep possession up 13, 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. Bound goes to Clanky. Working against Hamilton. They're going to say that Hamilton pushed him. And this is what I was hoping to not have happen, where we start to tighten it up at the end of the third quarter. That I don't think that would have been called 4 minutes ago. In fact, I know because it wasn't called 4 minutes ago, but now it is. And so the player is going to have to adjust. Jagger Jackson dribbles in, has it on the right elbow, bounce pass to Piscatello, high off the window, not going to go. And the rebound is going to fall to Piscatello, battles through some contact and scores. He's got 9 points in the game. Hornets traveling the other way. Talon Taylor from the mid-range, not going to get it. And the rebound falls to the Vikings. Piscatello is going to give it up to Jagger Jackson. Jackson working against Talon Taylor at half court. They get it to Piscatello. Schmierbach pokes it away, one-on-one. Gives it to Talon Taylor. He's blocked. No, fouled. Jagger Jackson thought he got all ball. And instead, it will be Talon Taylor to the line for 2. Got it with 0.6 of a second to go in the period. Taylor shooting free throws. He'll miss his first. Another one coming up here for Taylor. That one's good. Gannett gets off a full court shot. Not going to go. 41-27, end of a 3. Back with fourth quarter action next on 104.3, 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Start of the fourth quarter, and the Henley Hornets trail the Mazama Vikings 41-27. Vikings will start with the basketball. 5 on the floor for them. It is Clanky, Jackson, Peters, Gannett, and Lee. For Henley, Schmierbach, Hamilton, Ibarra, Sims, and Brunick. Here's Jagger Jackson dribbling in against Hamilton at the free throw line. He gives it outside to Lee. Lee throws it to Gannett in the corner for 3. Misses that one. Peters with the rebound, the putback, and 1. The freshman with an offensive rebound goes back up strong and earns the harm. Peters for Mazama toes the line. Makes it a 3-point play there for Peters. His team now up by 14. Pardon me, by 13. Sims trims the deficit to 15. 44-29. Sims now with 3 points tonight. Here's Jackson, gives it to Peters, now on the wing to Clanky. Clanky head of the key to Gannett. Now back to Clanky. Clanky guarded tightly by Brunick. They give it up to Peters for a left wing three. Hits back iron, then hits the shot clock. That's out of bounds. Henley will take it. 7 minutes to go. The Hornets trail by 15. Hamilton gives it up to Schmierbach into the front court here for Henley. Then to Ibarra on the wing. Ibarra takes a screen going right, dribbles into a three, leaves it short. The ball falls to Schmierbach, kicks it out to Hamilton, now to the hands of Sims. Sims tries a triple. He also leaves it short. Back-to-back air balls there for Henley on the triples. 44-29, and the healthy contingent of Mazama students in the house tonight going to let him know. Jagger Jackson has it between the circles, gives it up to Clanky. Clanky taking a screen right, back to Jackson. Jackson guarded tightly by Schmierbach. Gets it down to Peters on the right block, guarded there by Brunick. Then they throw it to Gannett, outside to Jackson. Jackson to Clanky. Clanky with 6 seconds on the shot clock, gets it outside to Jackson. Jackson on the drive, loses it. Hamilton picks it up. Corbin along the far side of the floor, rifles the pass ahead to Brunick. Brunick shifty on the inside to Sims in the near corner for three, no good. The rebound falls to Hamilton. Hamilton kicks it out to Brunick, now to Schmierbach. Ibarra near wing. Sims, another three, no good. The rebound will fall to Mazama. Gives it up to Jordan Clanky. Now on the near side to Jackson. Jackson gives it up to Gannett. Gannett to Lee. Now in the hands of Clanky. Throws it on the far side. That is Gannett once more, guarded by Ibarra. He's been hot tonight from downtown, has Gannett. 4 makes from beyond the arc. Hamilton ties him up, and then Brunick is going to be tripped. I think they're going to call a foul on that one on Mazama's Gannett. Not really anything he could have done about that. Gannett wound up on the floor going for a loose ball and then just tripped Hamilton, who had picked it up. So he's just in a way there, and then that's how he gets the foul. Actually, they're going to say Peters was the one who got him. I thought it was Caden who was on the floor. It was actually Blake Peters. He'll check out. Michael Piscatello will come in and replace him. All right, Schmierbach to inbound in front of the Mazama bench. He'll roll it into Hamilton, and here we go. The Hornets trailing by 15, 5.5 to go. Hamilton hands it off to Ibarra. Throws it to Hamilton in the corner. Corbin nails one from downtown. Henley needed that one, and to be frank, they need a few more. Corbin with 7 points tonight makes it a 12-point game. They trap in the backcourt. Pass intercepted by Fullerton. Ahead to Sims. Beyond the arc, Sims gives it up to Corbin on the right extended arc. Now to Schmierbach, head of the key. Driving with his right hand to Hamilton. Same corner, same shot, different result. Not able to knock that one down. Gannett is going to take it along the far side of the floor. Gannett working against Hamilton. Schmierbach nearly poked it free. Gannett trying to call for a Piscatello screen. Instead, gives it head of the key to Hamilton. Now to the hands of Gannett there, left side, guarded by Corbin Hamilton. Gannett backs back out, throws it to Piscatello on the right side. Picked up there by Fullerton. 13 to shoot for the Vikings. Here's Gannett, a right wing triple. It hits back iron. The rebound, battled for on the near side, is going to result in a tie-up. And Henley will get possession. The Vikings calling for a timeout, but they're not going to get it. No one had possession. This time I think the officials saw that a little bit more clearly, and they deny a timeout. Henley gets the basketball back, yearning for points. Down late, not out of it yet. Hamilton gives it up to Sims there on the right side. Sims driving inside, backs out beyond the arc, drives the right, and he's fouled by Kellen Lee. And again, a contact foul, a pushing, I think it was an arm check. Lee is trying to argue his case, to no avail, of course. And Schmierbach to inbound. Talon Taylor into the game. He'll sub in for Ibarra, trying to just head down, I think grab a drink of water to finish this game out. Taylor is going to go over and back. No, I thought I heard a whistle. Now they go over and back. The ball was tipped. The ball was tipped. I mean, oh no, he didn't go over and back. The ball was tipped. He never went over. Oh boy. Clanky inbounds to William Hamilton. Hamilton gives it up to Gannett there on the left side. Gannett now head of the key to Clanky. Now back to Gannett there on the left. Gannett bothered by Talon Taylor. Now Taylor's going to foul him. That is the second Henley team foul in the fourth quarter. 3:49 to go. Schmierbach nearly fouling William Hamilton on that inbound pass. Going to get away with one there. Clanky going to give it up to, no, he's going to hold on to it. Fakes the handoff to Gannett and then feeds him there on the left side. Guarded by Taylor once more. Gannett going to give it up to Hamilton, head of the key. Picked up there by Schmierbach. Hamilton then throws it on the near side to Clanky. Back to Lee. Top of the key. Back to Clanky. 16 to shoot for the Vikes. Here's Gannett on the left side. Jab step against Taylor at the free throw line. Throws it outside to Lee. 10 to shoot now for the Vikes. Lee has it head of the key. Gets it in close to Clanky, who was cutting and in for two. Left completely untouched. Pass comes near side to Sims. Sims throws it to Schmierbach, a 14-point game. Schmierbach driving inside, rolls it outside to Fullerton. Strong take on the inside. Fullerton's reverse layup not going to go. Brody's fouled. He's shooting two. Brody 0 for 2 on a previous trip. He'll be shooting two more here on the game, 4 points, each of them in the first half. First free throw from Brody is no good. He's got one more. Jackson Hatcher into the game for Mazama. He will replace William Hamilton. One more free throw on the way for Mr. Brody Fullerton. That one's no good, but he gets his own miss, rolls it into Hamilton. Hamilton heaves it to Schmierbach, fakes a pass left, drives to the right, picks up his dribble on the elbow, gives it to Taylor. Taylor, tough shot from the right side. He's fouled and one. Tough shot for Taylor, was kind of out of position. He picked up the dribble too far from the basket on the right side, felt pressure, threw up a shot, and it fell, and the foul shot for Talon Taylor is good. 3-point play for him, makes it an 11-point game. Big bucket there for Henley. Again, they need a few more. Hamilton with a steal in the front court. Henley needs points. Pena into the game. Right-handed layup is in. Henley within 9. Rafa Pena checks in and immediately makes an impact for the Hornets. Pass comes to the near side. They throw it to Kellen Lee. Lee, head of the key to Hatcher. Now into the hands of Clanky. Mazama does have time on their side. Here's Piscatello. Left wing three. It's good. Timeout called. And I believe it was a timeout. No, a technical foul against Michael Piscatello. He must have said something. And so Talon Taylor will be shooting free throws. A chance to keep it a 10-point game with a couple of makes and get the basketball back. Big free throws here for Talon. First is good. Blake Peters is going to replace Piscatello when he gets a chance after that technical. Again, it's probably just a product of saying something you weren't supposed to. Talon Taylor misses the back end of his free throws, and Hornets will get possession of the basketball. Still a chance to make it a one-digit deficit with 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Hornets not out of it yet. Here we go. Schmierbach looking to be a little bit closer. Here we go. All right. It's going to inbound to Rafa. The freshman into the game for Henley, playing key minutes. Drives the right side. Pena in the middle of the paint. Kicks it outside to Hamilton, and an off-ball foul is going to be charged to Kellen Lee. And that is the 5th Viking team foul, so it will result in free throws here for the Hornets and Rafa Pena to do the honors. Freshman earned some varsity minutes a few games into the season, and then he unfortunately got hurt, a little bit banged up. You can see him wearing a brace on his left knee. Since then, has been rehabbing. I think at JV, has gotten some quality minutes at the junior varsity level. Plays a ton there. and now playing late varsity minutes here for the Hornets. Pena will miss both of his free throw opportunities, and the Vikings, with an 11-point lead and 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go, have the basketball. Hornets needing a miracle to keep their playoff hopes alive. Jordan Clanky to Kellen Lee to Jagger Jackson. Switching the dribble between his hands, picks it up at the free throw line, trying to get into the hands of Gannett, and he travels. Gannett giving away the basketball. The Hornets need a few breaks like that. Under 2 minutes to go, down 11. Pena ahead here for Henley. He's going to hand it off to Talon Taylor. Taylor thought about a triple, then gives it outside to Hamilton straight away. Henley has no time to waste. Hamilton backs out. They give it to Taylor. Taylor a three. Got it! 9-point game again. Talon Taylor, have yourself a second half, young man. Henley within 8. Our first 30-second time out of the fourth quarter. Back with more next on mybasin.com.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local community engaged.
(49-41), 1:38 to go. The Hornets trying desperately to claw themselves back into this game. Talon Taylor has something to say about it here in the fourth quarter. He has scored 12 points in the ball game. 8 of them have been here in the fourth as Henley tries to make a comeback attempt. Again, they trail by 8. The 5 on the floor for them: Corbin Hamilton, Rafa Pena, Reese Schmierbach, Brody Fullerton, and Talon Taylor. You look at this roster at the beginning of the season and say, which 5 guys do you want on the floor at the end of a late season game against Mazama? I don't know how many of these guys cracked the list, but here late February, it's who's here, and they are gaming hard, trying to make a comeback against the Vikings. Into the front court, Jagger Jackson out to Caden Gannett. Gannett is going to be fouled. Pena nearly poked it free, but not a bad foul to give here for Henley. That is the 3rd foul for the for the Hornets. It'll be Pena's first. And Jagger Jackson to inbound for Mazama. They get it into Blake Peters, and Jackson gets it right back. 1:20 to go, 8-point game. Jackson splitting the defense. He travels again. Henley's defense suffocating, creating turnovers. Now the offense needs to come through with points. 1:17 to go, 8-point game. Rafa Pena to Talon Taylor. Outside to Hamilton. Set his feet, decides against the 3. Gives it to Taylor. Taylor from the right side. Gives it to Pena in the far corner. Pena tied up for a moment. Now to Taylor, now to Schmierbach. 20 to shoot. Schmierbach driving the left side. Gives it to Hamilton. Hamilton fields a double team. Loses the dribble. It's poked free in the backcourt. Mazama is going to take it as it goes out of bounds. Last touched by Rafa Pena. High effort play results in Vikings basketball and a timeout on the floor. 55 seconds to go. The Hornets down 8. Our final timeout of regulation. Back in 30 on mybasin.com. (49-41), the Vikings leading the Henley Hornets tonight. 55 seconds to go. And the Vikings will start with the basketball. Here's Ty Wilmot to inbound for the boys in blue. Wilmot looks to Jackson here on the near wing. They try to double team him. They get the pass to Gannett. Gannett throws it to Peters. A holding foul against Pena as the ball went out of bounds. The Vikings get a break there. And I thought it was a foul against Pena. All right, it is. One more foul puts the Vikings in the bonus. They're probably going to try to get there quick. Inbound pass to Gannett. Then they give it outside to Jordan Clanky. They foul Clanky there. Both teams in the bonus. Shooting free throws the rest of the way. Jordan Clanky is 0 for 2 at the line tonight. On one previous trip, he missed them both. On the game, though, he's got 6 points. Kellen Lee at the scorer's table after this free throw is missed by Clanky. He'll replace Ty Wilmot. Clanky's second free throw, missed the first. Second's good. 9-point game. Pena racing ahead for Henley. Needs it to happen quick if it's going to happen. How about a Pena triple right away? It's not going to fall. Gannett with the rebound will get tied up with Brody Fullerton. Not a bad idea there. And a 9-point game. The Vikings, we'll see. I suppose the Hornets are still going to try to foul Mazama here. Not giving up hope. And a foul is going against Caden Gannett. Pena hit the deck. And I think they're going to say that he pushed him. And that should result in free. Are the officials saying free throws? I think Coach Millsap is trying to make a case that Pena flopped. I think there probably there probably is a case that Pena flopped. The officials talking about it now. Do we get free throws because it was an inbound pass and it was technically a foul on Mazama, although they were on offense? So is it an offensive foul or is it a foul before the inbound? So is Henley shooting free throws? And I think that's what the officials are discussing. We're going to say it's an inbound play. And that Henley gets to inbound because Mazama was on offense. And timeout's going to be called by Coach Brian Stock. We will take it. We'll stick here with it. Out of timeouts here on our broadcast clock. So 50-41 our score. 38 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Want to have you circle a date on your calendar. March 20th at Mazama High School will be the Geno's 40th anniversary All-Star Classic. It is the second annual All-Star Classic. Geno's, of course, celebrating their 40th anniversary. So might have to straighten out the names or the numbers there. But yes, the Geno's All-Star Classic, its second annual season, March 20th. The best high school basketball players, regardless of classification in the Basin, matched up, teams drafted. I mean, a full true to classic All-Star game. By the way, speaking of All-Star games, how about the NBA All-Star game this last weekend? Feels like they finally fixed that darn thing. It was actually entertaining to watch. I think this was the first NBA All-Star game I've watched ever, maybe ever, to be completely honest with you. And it was a lot of fun. I hope that you watch our Geno's All-Star game March 20th at Mazama High School. What a night it was a year ago, and we hope to do it even better again this year. It's all benefiting the Klamath and Lake County's food bank. Hope you come out for that. All right, back to this one, though. 38 seconds to go in the fourth. Henley down by 9. They'll have the basketball on the baseline. No doubt they're going to be looking for three. They get it into Fullerton in the corner to Schmierbach on the wing. Gives it to Talon Taylor. A corner three for Taylor. Rims out. The rebound falls to Fullerton. To Schmierbach. Schmierbach from the inside. They give it out to Taylor again. Can he hit it again? Yes! Mazama is going to inbound. They will get... Who are they going to foul? They foul Gannett, finally. Talon Taylor, though. Another made triple. It's a 6-point game. 2 possessions separate them. You're going to have to hope for a couple of misses. Caden Gannett will be shooting his first free throws of the night, but boy, he's got that shooter's touch. 18 points on the contest for him tonight on 4 made triples. He can shoot it. This is his first chance at the line. Makes the first. Gannett's got another one. Piscatello will check in. He'll replace Kellen Lee, though. Gannett, another one. Free throw is good. 8-point game, 16 seconds. Pena into the front court. Gives it to Schmierbach. Schmierbach to Taylor. A deep three. He's not going to hit. Gannett with the rebound. 6 seconds to go. Gannett avoids being fouled. The Hornets will wave the white flag. And the Mazama Vikings will win the season series 2-1 against the Henley Hornets. The punctuation mark, a 52-44 win inside the Hornets' nest tonight. We'll discuss it, give you our leading scorers, tell you what's next for Henley and what the rest of the season looks like next on 104.3, 960 Sports, and MyBasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan.
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Over the last year, you've heard and seen the advertisement for God's Gifts 2, a local photographer who travels to high school sporting events and takes individual and team action photos at a great price. Something you may not know, though, is that the money from God's Gifts Photography supports 6 children in Kenya who Annalisa has met on mission trips. If you'd like to capture your athlete in action and help support these kids, call 541-281-2206. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook.
Final score tonight from inside the Hornets' nest. The Mazama Vikings defeat the Henley Hornets 52-44. Our final scorers for you tonight. We'll run down the leaders for the victors, the Mazama Vikings. Caden Gannett paced the bunch, 22 points unofficially. Michael Piscatello had 12, 7 for Jordan Clanky, 4 for Jagger Jackson, 3 for Blake Peters, and 2 for Ty Wilmot, your scorers for the Vikings. For Henley tonight, led in scoring by Talon Taylor. He had 15 points this evening, 7 for Corbin Hamilton, 5 for Micah Ibarra, 4 each for Reese Schmierbach and Brody Fullerton, 3 for Carson Sims, and 2 for Rafael Pena, your scorers tonight for the Henley Hornets. This loss for Henley will give them a record on the season of 4-6 in conference play, 10-13 overall in the season. Unfortunately for the Hornets, this erases a path to the postseason for them. They do have a few more games left on the schedule that they'll play with Pride beginning a week from tonight on Tuesday at Hidden Valley and at Phoenix to close out the season on February 27th. So a couple of road games next week for Henley to close out the season. For Mazama, though, this win improves them to 4-5 on the year, and they're 2 games behind Klamath Union with 3 games to go to try to overtake the Pels for that second spot out of the Skyline Conference. Of course, the league champion and the runners-up both get auto bids to the state playoffs. Klamath Union would be in line right now for that second auto bid, but this win for tonight for Mazama brings them within 2 games with 3 to go. And they will actually play the Pelicans in the season finale on February 27th, so could be in for a photo finish there in the Skyline Conference. But again, tonight, the Hornets fall 52-44. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for another edition of Henley Hornets basketball. I want to thank everybody involved in making tonight's broadcast possible. All the head coaches, of course, Mr. Ryan Millsap and Brian Stock of the boys teams, Kyle Slazak and Randy Denson for the girls teams. Great to work with before our broadcast tonight. and our athletic director on site, Luke Hammond, here at Henley High School. Also want to thank you for joining us again for Henley basketball. Appreciate you joining us just tonight, or if it's been every single game of Hornets basketball this season. Our next Henley broadcast will be on Tuesday the 20th. It will be, on Tuesday the 24th, rather, as the Hornets travel westward. They'll be taking on the Hidden Valley Mustangs inside the Evergreen Federal Bank Sports Complex. But until then, my name is Josh Eldridge. Thanks again for joining us for another edition of Henley High School basketball. From inside the Hornets' nest at Henley High School, so long and good night.